to Camp Nou. Welcome again to the warm-up show. We are so happy that football is back after this international break, and I couldn't be more excited about today's show because I know that you just tuned in, and I want you to stay here with us because we're going to have the biggest star that has ever come here to the warm-up show. We are going to have Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat NBA player, here with us, and he's going to answer questions. It's also his birthday, and we got a surprise for him. Don't tell him because he doesn't know. And we're going to have a lot of fun as always here on the warm-up show. As always too, I am following you live and I am reading your comments. So make sure to send in, like for example, where are you from? What time is it? There where you're from? What time is it? Is it the morning? Is it the evening? What are you doing? Let us know, and we will be reading your comments. In the meantime, I'm going to go to the Mat Center. I'm going to go and say hi to Robert. Robert, hello, can you hear me?
Hi Georgina, how are you doing? It looks like a lovely evening at Camp Nou. I like your shirt.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Robert. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. I wanted to ask you, how was your wedding?
The wedding were fine. The weddings were fine. The weddings, plural. I had two weddings over these last few days. I missed the Osasuna game, but I'm back here today, and I'm looking forward to a Barça win against Valencia tonight.
Glad to have you here. We also have with us Sarah Salahpour. I want to ask you, Sarah, how was the international break? What did you do? Did you miss football?
Hello, hello. First of all, I want to also say your shirt is amazing, and I'm very jealous that you have that.
Thank you.
Second, the international break, I mean, it was very good for our players, but it was boring not to have Barça on the weekend, so I'm very excited that Barça's back, and it's at the Camp Nou, so even better.
Julia, you're here with us too. I'm going to ask you, have you ever been in Valencia? We're playing against them tonight. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't. Hello, Georgina. I was going to say the same thing, and looks really good on you, this shirt. It does.
I mean, it's an amazing shirt.
I have never...
Beautiful on everyone.
No, it is. It is. I have never been to Valencia ever. I don't know if you have.
I went there. I went there last year when we played against Levante. I mean, nice city. I didn't see much of it, but the things that I saw were great.
You like them?
I'm going to say hi finally to Sam May. Sam May, hello.
Hello, hello, Georgina.
Any comments on the shirt?
Yeah, I mean, you know, what's not like what, you know, it's absolutely fabulous, beautiful, and retro, of course. You know,
which one is your favorite? The first, the second, or the third kit this year?
I like all of them, but I think it's definitely got to be between the second and the third, mainly because of the colours. But I think the third one just edges it.
I think both the second and the third are really retro and really vintage. We're going to talk more about it in a few minutes, but I've got to give you the lineup, guys. We've got the lineup, and there are breaking news on it, so I'm just going to give it to you, and I'm going to ask you guys at the Match Center, what do you think of it? So, our lineup, starting lineup for tonight is Ter Stegen as our goalkeepers, with Jordi Alba, Lenglet, Piqué, and Semedo as our defenses, with Frankie de Jong, Busquets, and Arthur on the midfield, and forward line for Ansu Fati, Griezmann, and Carlos Perez. Okay, I mean, mind-blowing lineup. I don't think a lot of people would have guessed this was the lineup. I want you guys at home to comment, to give me an emoji for this lineup. I'm gonna give you mine. Mine is the mind-blown emoji, so this is mine. What are yours? For example, Robert, give me your emoji and quick thoughts on the lineup.
Well, Georgina, my emoji is this one.
Oh, you got the emojis, of course.
I've got it. I mean, I was showing it. Anyway, I'm absolutely surprised with this lineup. No Luis Suarez in it, and Ansu Fati gets his first ever start. I was saying, this is my emoji.
Of course.
Amazing, amazing. No Luis Suarez, Ansu gets his first start. Guys, thoughts on this lineup?
I mean, who would have... I mean, first of all, it's Ansu Fati's first game that he's starting. He started, he came on against Betis, then he scored against Osasuna, and now he's starting. It just shows that if you play well, and the coach will give you minutes. And I think that, I mean, we're all kind of shocked when we figured out that Ansu Fati was starting. We're kind of expecting Suarez because he was back in the squad, but it's great to see that the youngster is just, he's going to be playing, I don't know, full 90 minutes, but he's starting, and that's a huge accomplishment.
I'm so excited, guys.
Also, a midfield with Frankie de Jong, Sergio Busquets, and Artur. That was the midfield, I understand. I didn't see the game because I was at a wedding, but I understand that midfield worked quite well against Osasuna.
It did, yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of Artur. I've interviewed him previously a few months ago. Fantastic person, fantastic personality, and fantastic player. What's not to like about him? You know, he's got everything.
Yeah, although it's a bit shocking, I have to say that Rakitic hasn't been in the starting 11 since we started this season, this 1920 season. And I remember that last season he was a really important player for Valverde, and this season he hasn't been on the starting 11.
I'm sure he'll have plenty of opportunities during the season. It's a heavy schedule. We were talking about it before the show, and we'll be talking about it throughout the show. Heavy schedule until the next international break. But Georgina, back to you. You're at the stadium. Your thoughts on the lineup?
I mean, my thoughts on the lineup is absolute surprise. I'm really, really happy to see that we've got more players than, for example, have to force Luis Suarez. I mean, he's just recovering from an injury, and it's good to see him back, and he's going to be on the bench. But it's so good that we have really young players like Ansu Fati, like Carlos Perez, that can get their place in the starting 11. I feel so happy for them, and I feel really, really excited with this lineup. Also, both of them come from the reserve teams. They've been in Barça all their lives, so I'm really happy for them that they can finally get these games with the first team. So obviously this is my thoughts, and a lot of people are sharing them. I'm just going to give you some emojis that people are commenting on YouTube, which is what I'm checking right now. I'm seeing some alarms, the scream emoji, the victory one, strength, love. I mean, everyone is excited about his lineup. How could you not be? And for the ones asking where is Messi, well, you know that Messi is injured. It's been more than a month now that he's injured and he hasn't been with us. But as you know, we've got great players in the squad. There's no reason to panic. And you know, we've made it through without him in the past games, and we're probably going to manage this really good tonight with the squad that we have at the moment.
Georgina,
so,
can I just interrupt a minute, because we have some emojis to show the fans as well, some suggestions for this lineup. Okay, I'm going to show mine.
Give me emojis.
It's the fire emoji. This team is going to light the game on fire. I love the lineup. Ansu Fati, Carlos Perez, two homegrown players. They get the start once again. Carlos Perez, how many minutes has he had already during the whole season? Ansu Fati, first start. Antoine Griezmann, he had a great game against Real Betis at Camp Nou, so hopefully he'll be able to score again. Sam, what emoji do you have?
I like your emoji, Robert. Sam, go for it, sorry.
I've gone for the lightning because Ansu Fati is lightning fast. And I think he's going to have a great game today and hopefully get on the score sheet.
Julia?
I've got the bomb, and for the same reason as Sam did, because I remember that last match we were here against Osasuna, and we were shocked that he was coming in during all the second half, and now he's coming in the starting 11, and I think there are many more games ahead that this will happen again.
I'm going to go with the muscle, the strong emoji, because our midfield, I'm very excited to see those three players
Sarah's
play.
a midfield lover.
And also Ansu Power. We did the hashtag Ansu Power.
Hashtag Ansu Power.
Ansu Power, guys.
Ansu Power. Just created the hashtag here. Cool. So a lot of people agreeing with you, Robert, with the fire, like Diego Sayes, Yusef BK, the fire. I think the fire is the most used emoji right now since you suggested it. And well, Sarah, I just love the way that the passion that you have for the midfield and how you think muscle is the one for tonight.
You gotta love the midfield.
You gotta love the midfield, and having Arthur back, I think is a great thing to have. So while we wait for Jimmy Butler to be here with us on the warm-up show, just stay here with us. We're gonna go with some predictions, okay, for tonight. You know that Valencia is a strong team. We drew against them twice in La Liga last season, and we were defeated by them in the Copa del Rey final, so it's definitely going to be a tough game tonight. I want to ask you your predictions. Mine is 2-1. 2-1 win tonight, tight win, difficult win, but nevertheless a win for Barça. Robert, Sarah, Sam, Julia.
Okay, I'm going to go with my prediction first. It is a 3-0 win for Barça, so clean sheet for Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Wow.
And I've got Frenkie de Jong as first goal scorer.
Frankie de Jong.
Frankie
I like
de Jong.
that.
He's got to
That
get
would
his
be-
first goal at some point.
Yeah.
He has
Actually, he has to score.
He actually scored during the
The Nether-
international
yeah,
break,
he
so
scored
that's
his
what's giving
first
me
goal.
confidence here for Frankie de Jong to get his goal.
Good one.
Okay, Sarah, you go.
Okay, I'm going. I think Georgina, you had the same prediction, 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
I think it's also going to be a very difficult game.
What scorers?
And I think Griezmann. I want him to do another cool celebration.
Okay, we'll see. I
Sam.
didn't say my scores, but I think Griezmann is going to be there too.
Okay, so I've gone for 2-1, same as Georgina and same as you, Sarah. I've gone for Carlos Perez to get the first goal. I think, he's a fantastic player, and of course, a La Masia graduate.
And Julia.
I'm going for a 2-0. I hope that today we won't concede any goals. And I'm going for Suarez as the first one to score, although I think it's going to be hard since he's probably going to come out in the second half. But I wanted him to score since today is the first day that we have him back. So
Okay.
maybe not the first one, but the second one, I want Suarez to score.
Or
today.
maybe a goalless first
Cool.
half, and then you can
Yeah,
score the first.
if he comes out on the first half, you will all have to thank me for this.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for your predictions. The time is now. We've got Valencia right next to us. He's just taking a picture. If you want, you can show that. And he's just going to come here with us in the warm-up. Timmy, come to me. I'm gonna get to see you. Hello. How are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm good. Happy birthday.
Thank
Since it's
you.
your birthday, we've got a small surprise for you.
Oh.
I don't think the candles don't have any fire.
No, don't light it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's okay.
you don't want to try it? Okay, just make a wish and blow your candles here on the beach of Camp Nou.
There we
Cool.
go, it's all blown out.
Second present, you got the players stepping up on the beach right now. So,
Solid.
is this your first time here at Camp Nou?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going
you
to hold
have
this
that.
for
There you go. Thank you. It is. Am I talking into this?
Yes.
Okay, yes, it is my first time. Obviously, this is a huge place to be playing. And I get to watch a good football team and a lot of great players.
Cool. Also first time in Barcelona or not?
Second time in Barcelona.
Second time.
Second time in Barcelona, yeah. I'm really good friends with Pal, and he invited me out here last summer.
Cool. I'm just gonna give this back
Perfect.
because now it's getting a bit bit tough to wear. Okay, so we're going to play a game with you that we play with our players. Okay?
Okay.
It's really easy. I'm going to ask you like a full lot of questions, really easy questions, and you've got 90 seconds to answer them. Your challenge is to answer as many as you can.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm ready.
So I'm going to set a timer right now.
Let me
and
make sure you're not starting it early and cheating me, so.
No.
Where's the timer?
You will be the one
Okay.
setting the timer on, okay? So just setting the clock. And remember, you guys at home, leave in the comments how many questions you think Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat player, is
30.
going to answer.
30.
Oh, that's quite a lot, okay? But while you got 90 seconds, we are going to try. When you want, you can press here on start, okay? You didn't press it again. Now, it's live. One, how many times have you been in Barcelona?
Twice.
If you were a Barca player, you'd be
Messi.
favorite TV show.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
If you were a footballer, what position would you play in?
Forward. Striker.
Have you ever Googled yourself?
No.
Would you rather live in the North Pole or in the Sahara Desert?
Sahara Desert.
Who is your non-sport related idol?
Mark Wahlberg.
Golden or silver?
Golden.
Best city you have ever been to?
Amsterdam.
Should goals from the outside the box count double?
Yes.
Do you watch Barca games often?
Sometimes.
Your favorite social network?
Twitter.
Your favorite song?
This is hard.
Choose one.
Pass.
Okay.
Pass.
NFL or MLB?
NFL.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla.
Do you like coffee?
Yes.
Do you suffer from jet lag a lot?
No.
If you weren't a basketball player, you'd be
Soccer player. Football player.
blue or red?
Red.
Favorite USA city?
Los Angeles.
Have you ever been to a Clásico?
No.
Do you know how many followers do you have on Instagram?
Yes.
Would you rather be invisible or read minds?
Invisible.
The last movie you've seen?
Thor.
Ever been to a Champions League game?
No.
Do you have any pets?
Yes.
Do you play any instrument?
No.
Timer, 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 a timer.
How
Okay.
many did I answer?
How many do you think you answered?
Well, I didn't answer one, so 22.
22 questions. You answered 27 questions.
That was almost 30.
That's almost 30. It's more than you expected. And since we're there, how many questions do you think Antoine Griezmann answered? And I'm going to say you, he's holding the record for the game.
He's holding the record. He answered 33.
31.
31?
31.
31, okay.
Antoine, Jimmy is betting on you strong. Suarez answered 22, and you just answered one less than Sergio Roberto.
Okay,
so
perfect. I'll take
congratulations,
that.
you're
I'll take
third.
that.
You're third
I'm
one
third?
on the list right now.
In answering questions, I'm probably like last if you were to put me out here on the pitch, though.
Plus, they had already watched this kind of videos, and it was a complete surprise to you. So
Okay.
that's
That's pretty good. That's solid.
That's good.
27, I'll take it.
yeah. So congratulations on that, and well, thank you very much for stepping here on the warm-up show. You can stay here on the beach now. You can take your pictures, do your Instagram stories, and just, enjoy the game. One prediction for tonight?
I mean, of course, we're going to win.
Yeah.
And,
It's a difficult game, though, huh?
yeah, well, I think we'll figure it out. I want Griezmann to score 4 goals. That's
Yeah,
my
I
goal.
want that too,
Yeah.
and well,
It's gonna happen.
I believe in him.
Speak
But
it into existence. So.
okay. So 4-0 then.
4-0. Let's go with that.
4-0 with 4 goals for Antoine Griezmann. You can guys write that and leave your predictions too. Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Enjoy your birthday. You're so
Appreciate you.
tall. And
That's why I'm a basketball player, not a football player.
I know. Well,
See y'all later. Thank you.
I'll see you later. Thank you very much for stepping by. Jimmy Butler, guys. Very, very, very nice guy, and he did very well in the 90-second challenge. I mean, 27 questions for someone taking it for the first time and not having seen any videos of it. I'm proud. Did you think he was going to score more or less, Sarah Roberts?
First of all, Georgina, let me say I am so jealous of you right now. I am a big NBA fan, a big Jimmy Butler fan, right from when he played in Chicago. So it was great to see him.
You should have told me a question to ask him. Then.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
sorry.
but you were enjoying yourself doing the 90-second challenge, so I didn't want to interrupt. But anyway, I'm a big fan of his, big fan of the NBA, and I am happy to get my prediction wrong if he gets his prediction right with 4 Antoine Griezmann goals. I mean, that's optimism for you.
That's optimism. So you said you were an NBA fan. What's your favorite team?
My favorite team, I quite like the team he's gone to, Miami Heat, but I am still a Golden State Warriors fan.
Oh.
And I did not jump on the bandwagon when they started winning. I was with them when they made a 2007 playoff run, and they were 8th seed and they beat the Dallas Mavericks. So there you go. I was a and I have a Jason Richardson jersey from 2002. So I have always liked the Golden State Warriors. I don't know about the other guys who are sitting here with me.
I'm going to, Sarah, same question for you. You are from the US. Let me know.
Yeah.
Favorite team? Do you follow the NBA a lot?
Yeah. I like how you said you were in a bandwagon, Robert, because I would have totally said the first thing. Anyone that says they're a Warriors fan, I'm just like, you're a bandwagon, but you had the stats.
I can
You
bring
backed
the
yourself
jersey that
up.
proves it.
Okay. Well, I was born and raised in Sacramento, so I have to say loyal to my city. So my favorite team is the Sacramento Kings. And I'm very excited for the NBA to start. The World Cup of the basketball was going on this week, and that just pumped me up for the NBA season.
Let me just say, Sarah, just quickly, that 2002 Sacramento team was amazing too.
Yes.
You can see I'm a big fan of the NBA.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Robert. I don't know why I didn't know it.
Oh, well, I mean, that's something else you've learned today. You learn something new every day.
I learned like a whole lot of things about Jimmy. He just started saying a lot of things about him that probably not a lot of us knew. So.
Just before you start talking to the fans right behind you, Georgina, let me just say that the guy sitting next to me is not a big NBA fan. That is Sam May.
Sam, how's that?
Well, to be honest, I've not really followed the NBA before, but however, having said that, my favourite team would have to be the LA Lakers, and my main reason for that is because LeBron James is there, and he's a big Liverpool fan, and he actually owns a stake in the club.
Always relating things to football.
Can they connect? They always connect.
Always connected.
Always connecting to football or Liverpool.
Georgina, whenever you have a cricket player next to you at the warm-up show, Sam May can give you a lot lot more insight.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, if you want to suggest names, you are welcome to do that, and we'll try to bring them into the warm-up show.
Sure, no
Anyways,
problem, I
I'm
will do.
here on the stand while the players are on the pitch training. I am here with, hello, what are your names?
I'm Young.
And
I'm Yim,
where are you from?
Seattle, Washington.
Oh, and you came here on holidays, or are you studying
Just
here?
for vacation, yeah.
Vacation.
How long have you been in Barcelona for?
Since the 12th.
Okay, and only here in Barcelona, or are you visiting other cities?
We're gonna go to Paris on 17, but just here in Spain and Barcelona.
Okay, what's the thing that you have liked the most from Barcelona so far?
This right now. This is the most fun.
And they just asked me, is that Jimmy Butler? Yeah, that was Jimmy Butler. Do you follow the
Yeah,
NBA?
yeah. I watch him in the NBA a lot. I was like, that has to be Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, so that was him. Okay, questions about the game tonight. Do you think, what's your prediction? What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's gonna be a tough match, but I think we're gonna win.
Okay.
You know, I'm mostly here because of him, so I'm gonna say go Barcelona.
Okay, but a result.
Oh.
Just give me one, anyone.
We're gonna win. We're gonna
3-1.
3-1. Yeah, 3-2. I'll say 3-2.
Ooh, well, that's possible because you know Valencia is a tough team, and you never know. Hey, do you want to be on the show? No, she doesn't, because there's like a whole lot of people around you guys. So I want you to enjoy the game and
Thank you.
enjoy the
Thank
end
you.
of the trip. Okay. This is streaming live on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube, so you can check it out once
Thank
the show
you.
is over. Okay, you can
Thank
tell
you.
your friends.
Okay.
Let's go Barcelona!
Go. Do you want to be on the show? Okay, so more people. That's so cool. Okay, English, right?
English, yeah.
English. Okay, so what's your name?
Rawaz,
Rawazan.
Ataf,
Okay, where do you come from?
from Kurdistan.
Kurdistan.
Yeah.
Are you here on holiday?
Yeah, for holiday, yeah. We came especially for the match.
Okay, so you just came here to Barcelona?
Yeah.
Okay, is this your
For
first
the match.
time?
Yeah, it's our first time in Barcelona.
So how long have you been following Barça for?
Sorry?
How long have you been following Barça for?
Always, like, we are following Barcelona always, yeah.
All your life.
Forever.
Forever.
Yeah,
You too?
I love it, Barcelona. I love it. Me
What?
too.
We hope that tonight we win.
What's your prediction?
4-2. 4-2 for
4-2?
Barca. 5, okay.
5.
Who's going to score?
Let us see. We don't want to predict. Like,
Okay.
ce gol de acá?
Arthur,
Okay.
Pichi,
Okay.
and Griezmann. 3 goals, Griezmann.
3 goals, Griezmann. Jimmy Butler said 4. Everyone believes in Griezmann.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So I hope that you guys enjoy the game. Do you want to be on the show
Thank
too?
you. Thank you.
Sure, come on. Do you want to be on the show? So I'm going to start with him and then I go to you. Okay. So English? Cool. What's your name?
Sammy,
Sami?
Felipe.
Where do you come from?
I'm come from the Netherlands.
I'm
from Brazil.
Cool. Is this your first time here in Barcelona?
Yeah, this is the first time for me.
For me, it's the second.
Second? I mean, are you both on holidays or?
We are working here in Barcelona.
You're working here.
For work.
And okay, is it your second time in Barcelona? Is it your first time at Camp Nou or second one?
I
too?
came the first time as well, and I really enjoyed. So
Okay, do you remember the last game that you were here for?
I remember the score was 1-0, but I don't remember against who. But Barcelona won.
Do you have a prediction for tonight?
I think Barcelona is going to win pretty easily. I think so.
A result?
2-1.
2-1 and
3-1.
3-1. Okay, so I hope your predictions come true. Okay, come enjoy the game. Thank you. More people on the warm-up show. This is so cool. I love coming to the stand. If you are watching this and one day you come to Camp Nou, make sure that you buy your tickets on the South Goal because this is where I do the interviews and you can always, be starring on the warm-up show. So what's your name?
My name is Ireneusz. I am from Poland.
Cool.
This is wonderful.
Is this
Lovely.
your first time here?
Yes. This is first time
First time in Barcelona or
in
Camp Nou?
Barcelona.
Both.
Will be 2 weeks in Spain, Costa Brava, of course.
Oh, Costa Brava.
Lovely. Very nice weather, very nice girls.
Okay. Well, give me a prediction for tonight.
I think that will be Barcelona win 3-1.
3-1-2. We've got some 3-1 predictions.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I hope that you really enjoy the game. Okay.
Yes.
Have a safe trip back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovely.
This has been our round of fans for today because I don't think there are any others. They are there. Look at them there. They are saying hi. I'm going to go back. What do you think of this match center? I mean, one day you should do the match center from the stands.
Well, Georgina, I mean, you've got people from all over the world at Camp Nou today. I mean, we know that Barca is a big attraction, and I like the optimism in the fans. One of them said 4 goals, the other one said 5. Antoine Griezmann hat-trick, so I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. The fans are optimistic today.
Fans are optimistic, and do you think they have reasons to be? Because I think it's going to be a tough game. Let's talk about the game for a little while. I think it's going to be tough. As we said, we're playing Valencia. You know that last season it was not so good for us against them, but this is a new season, so we are come with that. And we've got, I think, a good news for us is that this week, Valencia's coach, Barcelona, has been sacked. So I think this can have a psychological and negative effect on Valencia's players, which gives us like this kind of advantage. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Well, it's been a tough week for Valencia, as you say. They've changed coaches. We'll touch on that during the game, of course, but it's been tough on the players. They are a tough opponent. We didn't manage to beat them last year, guys, in the Copa del Rey final, of course, and as well in the league games. We drew twice at Mestalla and at the Camp Nou. We had to come back from 2-0 down at Camp Nou, so they are a tough opponent.
Yeah, they are, and I think that Barca are out for revenge, especially from the Copa del Rey final. So they want to win, and like you said, last season they weren't able to. So this will be a huge test for Barca, but I think because of everything that's going around, because of their Marcelino, the coach of the Marcelino, I think it's the team that's going to come out is not going to be Stellada's new coach. It's going to be Marcelino's team, because they still have time. They still need time to.
Sarah, I have to interrupt because Georgina's got Aviv with her.
Yeah, I'm going to go to you, Sam and Julia, in a minute. But since we have Aviv right now,
What's up,
you?
Georgina? How are you? You good?
Yeah, I know you were on a break during the international break. You went somewhere.
Yes. Costa Brava.
Costa Brava.
Exploring Catalonia.
Like there was a guy on the stands who went to Costa Brava too. Where did you go exactly?
I went to Palafrugell, Tossa de Mar. I went a bit to Girona and to Sant Feliu de Guíxols. Very recommended.
Sant Feliu of what?
De Guíxols.
Guíxols. Sant Feliu de Guíxols.
Got to work on the accent there.
No, I mean it's pretty good. It's pretty good for someone who's lived only like 1 year and then 1 year in the past.
1 year.
So 2
years.
2 years.
2 years.
Pretty, very good accent for Aviv. There's someone else. Come to. Mira.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. How are you? You can share your mic.
Hello.
A lot of people on the show.
A lot of people today. You have to be happy.
I'm very, and I've only got 2 minutes of show left, so we're going to do this real quick, okay?
Okay.
Give me a prediction for tonight.
A prediction for tonight, I think it could be a great game for Barça. I think 3-1, but as you said in Pamplona, I am not a very good to do these things, but I think that Barça will win 3-1.
We'll see. Aviv, prediction?
5-1.
5-1?
5-1 for me.
4 goals for Griezmann, like Jimmy Butler said, because we had Jimmy Butler on the show and he said 4-0.
4 goals is ambitious. I'm giving the first goal to Ansu.
Okay.
And everything from there. I think Artur will score again.
Okay, we'll see. Maybe. I want to ask you guys a question. Do you play PES? Yes.
Played every day.
Every day.
Yes,
of course.
I played for breakfast as well.
It dropped this week. It was released this week. This is PES 2020. Very good games. Did you know that
Is it this skin there?
Oh, I've got something for you about this game. You're going to love it. I mean, I'm sure you already know it, but you can play. Be careful with it. You can play as a manager with Johan Cruyff or Maradona. You can have these legends as coaches in the game.
I would pick Johan Cruyff over Maradona any day of the week, any day of the month.
I have to say one thing. My commitment is to talk you with one stat. Did you know that Ansu Fati is the youngest player in Barca history to begin in the game? So he's in the lineups for the first time in the history with only 16 years old. Yeah, no.
Revolution Soccer.
No. This is because Pro Evolution Soccer maybe in the future could have Ansu Fati as a legend to be the first Barca player to be in the lineups only with 16 years old.
You really need to follow these guys. You need to follow
Pro Evolution
Aviv,
2050.
and Mark Brown because they are absolute legends. One day they will be featuring here on the Pro Evolution Soccer. We're going to go over to the match center, okay?
Follow us on Instagram stories.
Follow us on Instagram.
And Barça TV.
If you are in Catalonia, watch Barça TV. Follow us on all social networks. I'm over to the match center. And well, Robert, Sarah, Sam, Julia. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Georgina. Thank you very much, Georgina. Thank you, Avib, and thank you, Marbrau. Avib, obviously in charge of Barca's Instagram stories, and Marbrau for Barca TV. We'll be seeing him in the post-game doing the post-game reactions with the players and Ernesto Valverde as well. Hopefully, a lot of good things to say, both from the players and Ernesto Valverde, hopefully after a win. We'll be calling Georgina as well during the game to see her reactions. If Barca score, we'll be calling her at halftime at the end of the game. And we've got a match centre to get to.
Yes.
So almost just under 10 minutes until the game. It's going to be a good one at Camp Nou against Valencia. Game 4. Barca and Valencia have the same record. But let's talk about something first that's happened during the week, and that is the Lionel Messi interview.
Yes.
It's been talked about plenty. And Sarah, you told me before the game that you were the official translator for this interview.
They didn't really give me credit, but they called me and I went.
We give you credit.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know I was even going to. It was Messi's interview. They just told me, just come in. We have an interview for you to translate. I got it, and they're like, it's Leo Messi, and I was like, what? And then all the questions. It was a 10-page doc, and all the questions were everything I've been dying to ask Messi. So it was great, and it went viral. Everyone's been talking about that at work. So a lot of positive things that we can take from that interview as well.
Okay, yes. So I've asked you for three headlines of that interview, keeping it positive because he did talk about a lot of topics. 3 positive headlines from the Messi interview.
Yes.
Number one would be
the possible return for the Dortmund match, the Champions League match, which is this Tuesday, which we also will be covering. So that's cool news, guys.
Great news there.
Yes. So he confirmed that he wouldn't play in this Valencia match because he has the calf injury and he kind of suffered a relapse. But he said that he's going to assess how he feels by the end of this weekend, and then Monday we'll probably see if he'll travel to Dortmund or not. But the chances are there that we'll see Messi again in the Champions League for Barca.
Okay, and Sarah, another headline. Your second headline is
that he's more motivated than ever to lift the trophy that we all want to lift. What is it?
The Champions League. Even more than last season?
Yeah, well, I don't know, because the way he said it, he said the game against Liverpool really hurt us, the game against Roma really hurt us, but we want to lift this trophy, and we have a squad that can win it. So it just seems that he wants it more than ever, and that's a very good sign because fans want it more than ever. So and he's the captain. If he's saying that, then the players are also going to be very motivated. So that's something that I took from the interview as well.
Before we go to your third headline, we are very motivated with the Champions League because last season we couldn't do it. We didn't have the rights, but we can do it this season. We'll be doing the show on Tuesday in Barca's game against Dortmund, the Champions League debut in Germany. Match Centre will be live as well, covering the match and doing the live commentary. So we're very excited about that, and obviously very excited about Barca's chances to win that title. Headline number 3 from the Messi interview.
That Barca is his home, and that's what every culé wants to hear. I mean, Messi is the greatest player of all times, and for him to be able to, that he's playing for our team and he wants to stay here and possibly retire here is what everyone wants to hear. He said that he doesn't care about money, he doesn't care about his contract, he wants to stay here. And I mean, when I was translating, I just had a smile on my face and I was reading that. Yeah, I was like, thank you, Leo, I love you.
It's what we all wanted to hear. It's what we all wanted to hear. Anyway, shall we focus on the game today? Because Lionel Messi will not be in the game today. He's still recovering from that calf injury. Luis Suarez is on the bench. Ansu and Carlos Perez are starting. There's lots to talk about. And Sam, I've asked you to give me 3 headlines of Barca's game today against Valencia. So, number 1 involves Antoine Griezmann.
It does. You know, I think he will have a big impact today, as we've seen previously in the Betis game where he scored 2 goals. I think today's the game for him to really make a mark on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got to offer.
Number 2, your headline number 2 involves possession, chances.
Exactly, yeah. The past 3 games in all competitions Barca have faced it against Valencia. Barca have actually had 70% possession of the ball. So now it's all about finding, you know, the goals, basically. The goals in the final third, turning that possession into goals. And if we do that today, then, you know, we could be looking at a big scoreline.
And number 3 involves a starter today. Marc Brau said it. youngest starter ever for Football Club Barcelona.
Exactly. You know, what a fantastic. You know, we've talked about previously. You know, age and this thing about numbers. You know, if you're good enough, you're old enough, and you know we've seen it previously with other players. But Fati has taken the game by the scruff of his neck, and he's been a fantastic professional in the time that he's had so far. And to be honest, I know I'm touching on Liverpool, but he actually does remind me of a mini Sadio Mane.
Oh, well, if he turns out that good, I mean, where do I have to sign? Where do I have to sign? Anyway, as always, Julia, you'll be checking out the live chat, and you can send in your comments, and Julia will try to keep up with them. There's lots of them. We'll read out the positive ones as well. Just remind you, we cannot show the game, so we do get lots of comments, people asking to show the game.
We do.
We can't do that. And we had a little bit of an interaction today, earlier on Twitter.
Yes, can we see that, please? I don't know if it's ready. Because today Sarah posted something on Twitter. She was really excited that today we were back, that Barça was playing again because we had the international break. Today we were on again. And then Robert replied Sarah's tweet, and then I replied Robert's tweet, referring both of them. So it was kind of funny.
With celebration gifts.
Yes.
Like, Sarah, you had
I had
Messi.
Leo Messi doing this with his head.
I had Samuel Eto'o going crazy.
Yeah, and I had Suarez because today he was back. And I don't know, so guys, if you have, I don't know, gifts that you want to send to us, emojis, because today I've seen a lot of emojis through Georgina's warm-up show. You can send us everything you want. I don't know if you think that a player is doing best so far. Your predictions, you can tell us your predictions. You can tell us where you're watching from, as Robert said, what time is it, who are you watching with. Anything you want to share, please do it, because I love to read your comments, especially if they're good, of course.
And we know we're not showing the match, but rate the match centre from 1 to 10. We're hoping to get high marks here. I mean, let us know if we keep you entertained enough.
Yeah.
And any suggestions? I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna
apart
say
from
that.
the suggestion, the eternal suggestion of show the game, which we cannot do.
No.
Creative ideas. Send them in.
Send the ideas in. I mean, the players are getting ready. Barca against Valencia. Shall we show our predictions one more time?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so here's my one. I have 3-0 and Frankie de Jong scoring first.
Okay.
Sarah.
I have 2-1 with Griezmann scoring first.
Sam.
2-1 and Carles Perez to score the first.
And 2-0 and Suarez scoring first. I hope we score before we get to halftime or before Suarez comes in, of course. But I'm really happy that he's back, and I hope he scores today.
On the scroll underneath, we've got Georgina's 2-1 prediction and Jimmy Butler's 4-0 prediction.
I was a big fan of that one.
That's optimism for you. The players are stepping onto the field. Okay, so the players getting ready there. The game is just about to start, and I hear that we have lots of questions of people asking why Lionel Messi is not in the lineup. He's injured, guys. He's recovering. Hopefully he'll be back for the Dortmund game on Tuesday, but he's not available today. Let's take a look at the lineup one more time. It has Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, Nelson Semedo, Piqué, Langlais and Jordi Alba at the back, Sergio Busquets, Frankie de Jong and Artur in midfield, Carles Perez, Griezmann and Ansu Fati up front. Guys, quick thoughts.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that I'm really happy to see that Ansu Fati is on the starting 11. I'm also really happy and really eager to see Frankie de Jong and Artur playing together. I hope it turns out really well. And I don't know. I'm really happy about our forward. All of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we haven't seen this until today, but I'm really confident about it. It's different, and I think we need to surprise this Valencia. Because as Robert said, as you pointed out, we faced them a few times last season, and it didn't turn out as well as we hoped. So I think that today this could be a surprise, and a good surprise, I hope.
Yeah, and just the fact that they're both from La Masia, it just feels great. But I'm very happy that Busquets and De Jong are being able to have more minutes together.
They can play together.
Yeah, because they need the more minutes, the better they'll play together, and the more they'll find their rhythm and their chemistry. And I think that's crucial because they're really the heart of the team. They're the engine. So the more minutes, the better. So that's what I'm really excited for. And of course, like Julia was saying, Ansu Fati and Carlos Perez. So all together, very, very good lineup.
Sam?
Yeah, it's got to be the young players, you know, coming up against experienced central defenders in Ezequiel Garay and Gabriel Paulista, you know, 30, 31-year-old and I think a 28-year-old coming up against the likes of, you know, Ansu Fati. It's tremendous, you know, to think about, you know, such young players coming up against experienced professionals who've been there for so many years.
There's a minute of silence at Camp Nou. Of course, the tragedy of Luis Enrique's daughter passing away at the age of 9. Terrible news. A minute of silence at the Camp Nou. Terrible news, and of course all our support to former manager Luis Enrique and his family. The game is just about to get underway. Let me just read out the Valencia lineup. Jasper Cillessen, our former goalkeeper, or replacement goalkeeper in goal. Daniel Vaz, Garay, Gabriel and Gaya at the back. A midfield of 4 with Ferran Torres on one wing, Guedes on the other wing, Parejo and Coquelin in the middle, and up front Kevin Gameiro and Rodrigo. Barça will have the first possession, with Antoine Griezmann getting the first touch of the game. They will be attacking towards our right. Valencia will be attacking towards our left. Barca are playing, of course, in the checkered Blaugrana shirt, and Valencia in their traditional white and black. We're waiting for the initial whistle. There it is, and the game is underway. Barca against Valencia, week 4 in La Liga. Two teams with equal records. Salah Paul.
Yes, well, first of all, I want to say, while we were speaking, when they're coming down the tunnel, Cillessen was hugging all the players.
Oh.
So it's great. I wonder how he's feeling. It's his first game back at the Camp Nou as a Valencia player. And he even said in the pre-match press conference that it's a relief that he doesn't have to face Messi. So
of course, who would want to face Messi?
But for the fans that were asking, where's Messi? He's actually at the stadium.
Oh, wait a minute, Sarah. I need to interrupt. Here is Frenkie de Jong linking up with Antoine Griezmann. That pass didn't go well, but Carlos Perez picks it up. Here is a chance inside the box. Ansu Fati failed to pick up the ball and create his own opportunity. This all happening within the first minute. I'm sorry I had to interrupt, but it was electrifying.
It was electrifying. I'm glad you interrupted because the fans should know what's happening. But I was just saying, it's the fans that were asking, where's Messi, where's Messi? He's actually watching the game. He's a loyal fan when he's not playing for Barca.
Here is Frenkie de Jong picking up the ball inside.
And just some things that I would say to look out for Valencia. They're just the classic team of strong counterattacks. They sit back, they take the ball, and then they just fly on the counters. Another player that we really need to watch out for is their top goal scorer right now, which is their captain, Dani Parejo. I think he's kind of their heart of the team, and if we can stop him and immobilize him, then it's really game over for Valencia. And of course, their players up front, they're so fast. So
yeah, of course, Sarah, you know, touching on players up front, Rodrigo, very experienced.
Sorry, Sam, here's Frenkie de Jong. Ansu Fati! In the second minute of the game, Ansu Fati scores.
What is that?
Wow.
Sam, I can't believe that.
Sensational stuff.
Oh my gosh, what a way to
Second minute of the game.
Is he human?
Ansu Fati gets his second goal in La Liga. The finish inside the box, the celebration there with Jordi Alba. Let me take you through it. It's Carlos Perez out on the right. Frankie de Jong inside. Ansu Fati with the goal.
It's a great
Julia, can you pinch me? Is this really happening?
Right-footed finish, out of reach for Jasper Cillessen. More or less from the penalty spot. Ansu arriving in from behind with his right foot, powering past.
Wow.
Jasper Cillessen, and Ansu gets his second goal. His first ever at Camp Nou, in his first ever start at Camp Nou. What a way to start, guys.
Wow. Wait, I did not expect that. Yeah.
This happened.
And De Jong made the assist as well. Just everyone working together. What a way to kick off the game. And against what an opponent. We can't, like, this is Valencia that they just scored a goal against.
And we've seen the team make a couple of approaches before this, with Carlos Perez getting quite involved over on the right flank. I think Ansu's going to try and start from the left, and but be in the box a lot more. Carlos Perez will be stuck out on the wing, trying to create from there. And he's been involved in 2 of Barca's goals, I think, this season.
Yeah, Carlos Perez has been incredible so far. We have Georgina actually on the phone right now. Hello, Georgina.
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Are you freaking out?
I'm freaking out because I swear to you, I just sat here on my place, and well, you can see hear the crowd around me cheering, and I just sit and watch the goal. I mean, and Ansu Fati, I mean, freaking out is the word.
Incredible.
incredible. Yeah. We're just saying it. Well, Mark Brown said that he could become the youngest legend ever to be on a Pro Evolution game, and well, he's on his way to it.
I wonder if there's a record if he's the youngest player in La Liga to score the fastest goal in a game. I wonder if that's a record.
I will ask, since I am here with people working for Barça and with a lot of data, I'm going to ask them to check, and I will let you know, okay?
Because that will be another record for Ansu Fati.
It definitely could be. I mean, we're checking it right now, okay? I will let you know.
Perfect. Thank you, Georgina.
Thank you, guys. I'm watching you too, okay?
Okay. Talk soon. Bye.
See you.
Ansu Fati, you guys. Incredible.
What a way to make an impact. And I mean, this, I was going to ask you guys what your thoughts were on the move that Valencia made this week. Wait a minute, because Ansu has it on the left-hand side. A pass from Jordi Alba. We'll bring that up in just a minute, because Barca are in attacking mode right from the beginning of the game. 1-0 up, goal by Ansu.
What we'd love to see.
Sergio Busquets. Antoine Griezmann looking to make a run. Barca in Valencia's half. All 11 of Valencia's men are in their own half. Here is Gerard Piqué running forward from midfield. Artur with the turn over to the right-hand side, where he finds Antoine Griezmann. Ansu can't pick it up, and he fouls Dani Parejo there. So, guys, yes, I was going to say, first of all, before we bring up the Valencia topic, an emoji for Ansu's goal.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah, you go.
I was going for the bomb emoji because it just came out of nowhere, and it was like a bomb. We were all like, "What happened?" It was an explosion at the Camp Nou. So I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah, I picked up the rocket exactly for the same reason. I didn't even see him there, and the way his precision, he was so accurate on the goal. I don't know, he was so good, and I'm really happy. And this guy is a rocket, really. Not only his goal, he's a rocket.
Oh, wait a minute, here's the rocket. Ansu Fati down the left, inside the box.
What is happening?
Looking for an opening.
No way.
Carlos Perez! Oh, Frankie
de Jong. No.
I saw 27 and
Oh my God.
Is this really happening?
Goal scorer. There it is.
What is happening?
Wow.
You guys.
Ansu, goal and assist.
What? Ansu
Frankie de Jong.
Fati. Who is this kid?
From behind.
I think Messi gave birth to Ansu Fati, guys.
You're related somehow. We just didn't know.
It just doesn't make sense.
This is giving us no time to reflect on anything.
And there's so much.
First goal for Football Club Barcelona. I saw a 27 instead of a 21.
Yeah.
That's why I was Perez.
Because you were so excited.
Look at the dribble. Look how he just passes by. I think it was Garay. He just passes by like that.
Okay, so Ansu drives in from the left inside the box. A little shimmy in front of Garay. He takes it to his left. Pass backwards to Frankie de Jong, who was coming in from behind. right-footed finish in front of a practically empty goal by Frenkie de Jong, who scores his first ever goal as a Football Club Barcelona player. Guys, by the
what
way,
is happening?
Frenkie de Jong.
You did.
You said it. That
Not his first goal.
someday
but
he
does
was
that
going
count?
No, it
That
counts.
counts.
It counts. I mean,
That counts.
Yeah, we'll give it
6
you.
minutes
We'll
in, of
definitely-
course it counts.
By the way,
Avocado socks.
That's why.
We have Georgina.
That's
Georgina, I feel
why.
like we're going to be talking a lot tonight. How are you doing? Did you witness that beautiful goal? Can you hear me, Georgina?
Georgina can't hear you.
No. Okay. Well, we were just talking
She
about
freaked
how
out too much.
Yeah.
Gone.
Okay,
Lost for words.
she is lost.
Everyone's
for words.
lost for words
So are
right
we.
now.
I mean, we were going through emojis at this point. Julia, you said rocket. Sam, what were you
Yeah, I
going
did.
for?
I was going for the fire, and it's got even incredibly hotter now
Oh, it is.
with that second goal.
And here we go again.
Yeah, no, it's got to be the fire, and I guess, Julia, a lot of people on social media writing their comments, there'll be a lot of fires coming through.
Yeah. Do you have
Yes.
are the fans sending in emojis?
Yeah, they are. Okay, because I was right now checking what's trending topic right now, and we have Frenkie de Jong, Rakitic, and Carles Perez. But I think that eventually, like in a minute or two, Ansu Fati is going to be
I reckon-
trending
Of
topic.
course.
Yeah, because it takes a while sometimes, but yeah. And okay, and I was also checking out your comments on Facebook, and they're all like emojis, people congratulating Ansu Fati, and everyone says that he has a really bright future ahead of him, and I think we can all agree to that. You know?
yeah, sure.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and
Sure.
from now on, I want Ansu Fati to be on the starting 11 always, because if he has to do that, you're very welcome to
But
be
we
on
don't want
Guys.
Lionel Messi in the stand.
No,
but
no,
guys,
we
just
don't. We
imagine
don't.
Ansu Fati with Leo Messi. Just imagine that.
Yeah, he was. Did you see him? Because I'm sorry, guys, you can see it, but when Ansu Fati scored, Leo Messi was smiling a lot because
Yes.
he was really happy for Ansu Fati scoring today in 2 minutes on that the game was. So I think that they really want to play together, all of them. I mean,
All of
Messi
them,
wants to
yeah.
play with Ansu Fati, and Ansu Fati is really looking forward
It's
to
a
playing
love
with
story
Messi.
that's bound to
It is.
happen.
Yes.
Now Valencia on the break.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's an opportunity for Valencia. Corner kick, Kevin Gamero trying to cross the ball inside from the right-hand side.
And that's
And
the new manager.
That's the new manager there,
Yes.
Alberto Celades, who looks quite a bit concerned after not
Poor
even
guy.
10 minutes of play.
Yes, but I mean, he only had 3 days to even say hi to his new players.
no,
so
Yeah, he did.
we can't really blame him.
We'll talk about that in just a minute, but Valencia have a corner kick, and I haven't shown my emoji yet. I mean,
And I saw it, and I want you to say it because I'm really intrigued. I want to see the reason, to hear the reason why you picked it up.
here is Dani Parejo with his dangerous right foot, crossing inside. Marc-Andre ter Stegen punches it away. Valencia trying to keep it alive. Can Piqué clear this one? Barça managed to get it out of the box, and here is Antoine Griezmann. Let's see if we can get a counter-attack out of this. This is Griezmann, who is fouled in his own half. I'm going to show my emoji. It's this one.
Explain, please.
Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers to the goal by Ansu Fati and the goal by
Well
Frenkie de
done.
Jong.
Got it.
Yeah.
And the assist by
And
Ansu
the-
Fati. What a way to make an impact in 6 minutes. A goal and an assist.
And
a reverse.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
Yeah.
de Jong assists and then he scored.
So definitely 2 talking points there. Frenkie de Jong and Ansu Fati. Who would have said a month ago that Ansu
would
Fati
happen.
would be starting and scoring at Camp Nou?
And who would have said against Valencia we'd open the score sheet in the first 2 minutes?
Yes, we were actually
Incredible.
a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Here he comes again. Ansu Fati down the left. He's creating havoc there. Jordi Alba now. Alba back to Ansu Fati, who's in a more central position. The ball goes back to Clement Langlais, and Valencia managed to push Barca away. It's 2-0. Goals by Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong, 2nd minute and 7th minute. What a way to start the game.
It's electrifying, isn't it, Robert?
It is electrifying.
Is Ansu Fati trending yet or no? I hope he is
Quick
because
out
he
the
deserves to be
blocks and-
trending right now.
It's interesting, Robert, because before Fati and de Jong scored, it was actually Messi who actually got all the goals previously.
Yeah.
So in the past 3 games, Messi, in all competitions, Messi actually got all 4 goals. So it just shows that today, Fati and de Jong, they've stepped up, and
Definitely.
what a way to, first 12 minutes and we're sat here and it's 2-0.
Now
Well, yeah, sorry, Sarah. there were lots of talking points before the game. Obviously, some of them have changed with this result, but one that we can link to this result is what's happened to Valencia this week.
Of course. They sacked their coach, Marcelino, on Wednesday it was, and they brought in, actually Albert Celades is a former Barcelona player, former La Masia product, and made his debut in I don't remember the year, but it was during the Johan Cruyff era. So he has some Blaugrana in his blood as well. And it came as a surprise to me because Marcelino has done some great things at Valencia. He's really taken the team to a different dimension. He led them to their first trophy after a decade, after 14 years it is, which was the Copa del Rey. And then he led them to 2 consecutive Champions League qualifications, which is just incredible. And the fact that they decided to sack him at the start of the season is very shocking, and it came as a huge surprise to me.
It is.
And
I felt a bit bad also for him because, as you said, he brought Valencia to Champions League. He gave them La Copa del Rey, and against Barça, not against any team, against Barça. And after all of this, and after how well he got on with all the players, I think it was a bit unfair. But
I mean, Valencia are trying to focus now on their youth product, their youth academy, and that's why they brought in Celades, because he used to train key figures in the youth, in the Spanish under 16 and under 21s. I understand, but at the same time, Marcelino's he's been the best manager since Rafa Benitez, so it's just huge shock. Everyone at work was really like, "What's happening here?" Marcelino doesn't make sense.
I know, Sam, you had an opinion about this as well.
Yeah, for me, it's astonishing to think, you've basically touched on everything I was going to say, Sarah, and I mean, most successful, as Sarah said, since Rafa Benitez. He was loved by the supporters and the players as well. But some of the things, I know behind the scenes at Valencia, they wanted to offload their striker Rodrigo to Atletico Madrid in the summer. Remember Marcelino saying in his press conference that he was one of their main threats. He's the go-to person for the goals, so he remained at the club. Then there was the likes of Rafinha. They wanted to sign Rafinha, and it didn't happen. He went to Celta Vigo. Then they wanted Denis Suarez on a permanent deal. Didn't happen. Went to Celta Vigo.
He didn't have any power.
And with no disrespect to Celta Vigo, they've got a smaller budget than Valencia. Those 2 players went to Celta Vigo. So you don't really know what's gone on behind the scenes, but it seems as though the player recruitment and how things was working at the club didn't go to Marcelino's plan in a way.
Just want to let the fans know that we've hit the 15th minute mark. 2-0 goals by Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong. Possession is 82% for Barca, 18 for Valencia. That's astonishing. And the game has kind of calmed down since the Frenkie de Jong goal. But here is Ansu Fati. Here is Ansu Fati driving in. Ansu looking for an opening. Can he shoot? Here's the shot. Oh, wide. That's wide. He took it over to his right foot.
Guys, who is this kid?
The shot took a deflection.
He's just not scared at all. He doesn't shy away. He just takes it and goes.
Oh, did it bounce off of anyone? Is it a
Wow.
corner kick? Just past the post.
Whoa.
It is a corner kick for Barca over on the right-hand side, so let's see where this goes. Ansu inside the box we're seeing right now. I think it's Antoine Griezmann who's going to be taking that corner kick.
No pressure.
First one for Barca.
Doesn't seem real.
Third goal, guys?
Ross, which is headed away by the Valencia defense. Barca will still have a throw-in on the left-hand side, so let's keep the commentary alive. Let's see if we can create anything out of this, although Piqué says take it calmly. Let's all get back into our positions and go from here.
And Ansu Fati is just so calm. You just see him, it's as if he's playing with his friends in his backyard. That's how he feels. When in reality he's in a stadium with 90,000 people staring at him.
Yeah, but it's so
messing
good.
with the stands. It's just insane.
Ansu is on fire right now. Right behind us, you can see it. On fire. Ansu Fati. And Barca have the ball inside the box. Carlos Pérez couldn't pick it up. but Valencia at the moment are nowhere to be seen.
No.
But anyway, we were going to talk about their threats. Sam, I know you wanted to say a few things. And judging by, for example, Real Madrid's game today, they were up 3-1 and they ended up winning 3-2. Let's not get too overconfident here with this 2-0 result at the moment.
Yeah, it's exactly that. You know, we can't be complacent. We just need to keep going at this the speed that we're going at. Just keep bringing the ball out, have plenty of possession. You know, this is now the 4th time in 3 games that we've had more than 70% possession, and we just need to continue this. Just continue quick out the blocks, and hopefully more goals to follow before half time.
Definitely. Go ahead, because Robert, they
Wait a minute, this team is dangerous when they're on the counter-attack, and they were trying to build a transition play there. Ansu Fati down in defense right now, gets the ball taken away from him. Now Valencia have it, inside pass. Gameiro linking up. Oh, there was a chance there. Jordi Alba saving the day for Barça. Now Artur in defense, and Nelson Semedo manages to clear the ball away. Dangerous stuff there from the Valencia players. I was saying, I mean, we are 2-0 up, but
we can't take that for
only
yes.
only 18 minutes
18
played.
minutes, not even 20, 18 minutes. And actually Valencia and Barcelona are leveled with 4 points. So they want the points and they want the win as much as we do. So we can't just say, okay, well 2-0, that's enough. No, we want the goals. We want Jimmy Butler's. Well, we can't get that because Griezmann hasn't scored yet.
But we
want a 4-0 result. That wouldn't be bad. Maybe 5-0.
You're a Valencian attacking mode now.
One thing I did note, Robert, before the game was that Valencia, you know, will look to sit back and let Barca have most of the possession, and probably, like as Sarah touched on, exploit Barca through the width, the likes of Gonzalo Guedes and players like that. But being 2-0 down, now they've just got to basically go for it. So hopefully that frees up
spaces, of course, yeah.
Spaces, and which Barca can exploit.
Spaces for Ansu Fati.
Well, it has to be one of the things that frustrates coaches the most. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a chance in transition for Valencia. Kevin Gameiro with a shot which goes wide. He outpaced Semedo there. And Gameiro, who scored at Camp Nou last season, wastes that opportunity. Barca already have the ball in play. I was going to say one of the things that frustrates coaches the most must be their plans changing in the second minute, like with a goal by Ansu Fati. So Vilades' approach probably has to change now with that 2-0 result, or it definitely has to change. But so early, it must be very frustrating.
Mm-hmm. It must. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that the last time that Celades was here was with Real Madrid, and we outscored them by 5-1, I think. So
he doesn't have good memories.
No, I don't think he's going to hold good memories from Camp Nou. But I wanted to continue like this, of course.
Here are Barca playing the ball over to the left with Ansu Fati linking up with Jordi Alba. That's a nice little combination there. Alba trying to play it inside to Artur. The Valencia defense clears it away. Here is Ansu Fati picking it up again. Go Ansu. He is on fire. A goal and an assist. The same as Frenkie de Jong.
The rocket.
Yes, Ansu Rocket.
Ansu Power.
Ansu Power. That's what we need to get trending on Twitter. But I mean, with the new coach, did you guys expect for Valencia to come out with new tactics with only 3 days with the team?
No, not at all. I expected them to continue
with
where they left off,
exactly,
with Marcelino.
Exactly.
In such a short space of time,
yeah.
You know, with the new coach coming in, he won't have had time to be able to get his tactics and how he wants to play across. You know, it takes ages for a new coach to come in and implement his own style and ideas. So, I mean, I think Valencia through the course of the season they'll be okay. They'll be fine. They may not get Champions League qualification. It's a long way to go. We're only on match day 4. However, I think as the season progresses, they will improve with the fact now Marcelino isn't obviously there.
Camp Nou getting excited as Barca win the ball back there, trying to build an attacking transition. Antoine Griezmann feeding it out to the left for Jordi Alba. Back to Griezmann, back to Alba. 21st minute of the game.
Ooh, I like this combination.
Yeah, I like this I like Griezmann's left-footed passes. It's just, it makes me feel so much like confident when I see that, you know.
But whenever I see Jordi Alba linking with Griezmann, I'm just like, I want that to be Messi because you always love to see that Messi-Alba connection.
I think it's the best one.
I mean, he's given the most assists to Messi.
It's like they can hear each other's thoughts.
Yeah,
looks like.
Without even looking at each other,
Yeah.
they know exactly where to go.
Okay, here's Carlos Perez. 22nd minute of the way, so we're halfway through the first half, and Barça have scored twice. Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong in the 2nd and 7th minute. What a brilliant start for Barça. Good defending there by Carlos Perez, recovering the ball. Sergio Busquets is going to feed it to Clement Lenglet. Barça moving forward, now to the left. Antoine Griezmann. We've seen Ansu move into the middle now, and Griezmann on the left. Here is Jordi Alba inside to Ansu Fati, who manages to pick it up. He had a little angle. He was well defended, but he still has the ball now on the left. Ansu. Back to Frenkie de Jong. Here is de Jong with Sergio Busquets. Inside looking for the oncoming run of Carlos Perez. It was intercepted by a Valencia defender, but now Artur has the ball. He has a forward run by Nelson Semedo. Oh, what a pass by Artur.
Very nice.
Sneaky little pass there by Artur Melo. Chipping it in for the run of Nelson Semedo. Jasper Cillessen managed to get there first. Barca have already won the ball back.
It feels like it's always ours, the ball.
Yeah, no. Valencia aren't even getting a sniff of it.
Also, guys, in the 21st minute, Camp Nou did a very sweet little gesture for Luis Enrique. They all, in the 21st minute, they all shouted Luis Enrique because that was his number when he was a player for Barça. So it's a very, very nice gesture from the fans.
Obviously, tragic news for Barca's former coach, and the fans want to support him in this very tough time. Barca have the ball on the right-hand side. Here is Carlos Perez.
Be interesting, Robert, to see whether, touching on Frenkie de Jong, whether he had a few words to say to Jasper Cillessen in the Netherlands training in the international break. You know, obviously playing against each other in the first game back in La Liga. So, like I say, it would have been interesting to see if they had a few words. And obviously, he scored against him.
So they'll probably have a few words in the next
afterwards.
Break. Yeah. Here is Semedo. Barca have the ball, and Valencia just running behind it.
Some stats, Robert. You were saying that it was interesting that both Barca and Valencia have conceded goals in the first 15 minutes and in the last 15 minutes. And Barcelona have conceded 2 in the first 15 minutes, and Valencia 1. And now that's become true again with the first 2 right now.
Here is Nelson Semedo on the right. We'll touch on that in just a minute, but Semedo gets the ball taken away from him. Valencia clear, but it falls right to Gerard Piqué. Yeah, it's funny. We were looking at it before the game. Barca and Valencia have only conceded in the first 15 minutes of the game and the last 15 minutes of the game. So during the games, not much happening.
Not much action.
Not much action, but on the conceding end, first 15 minutes and last 15 minutes of the game.
Exactly.
So does it talk a little bit about concentration issues, maybe?
I mean, that would be one. That would be a problem, because I always feel the first 20 minutes, that's once it hits the 20-minute mark, that's when the team starts really putting out the tactics that the coach has told them to do. That's really when they start playing the style that the coach implemented from the beginning. So it would make sense that they would concede in the first 15 and the last 15.
Last 15 is a bit more concerning.
Yeah, come on. Wait until you should turn off your brains at the 90-minute mark, not
95.
95. When you hear that whistle, that's when it should just mentally shut out. Then you're fine.
Julia.
Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say that I have a few comments of our fans. If you want to,
of course.
We can talk about them. Okay, so Dimas, before the game, he said today Ansu Fati is going to score 2 goals. So I think he's on his way. You know, he is. Then there's Blue Jays who said that Ansu Fati is going for the hat trick, which can also be possible. After seeing his performance so far, I think it's possible. Ulrich, this young Fati is awesome in capitals. Today, everyone's fascinated about Ansu Fati. And Daniel also said that it was really good to see Frenkie de Jong and Artur playing together.
Oh, wait a minute. Valencia have managed to score and cut the distance. Will it count? It's been ruled offside. It's going to be checked. That happened fast. Kevin Gameiro with the finish. It hit the post and ended up in the back of the net. I think the assistant referee had raised his flag. Oh, no, it's going to count.
It's going to count.
It's going to count. That is not offside. So Valencia have
That guy
managed
man.
to cut the distance. Oh.
No. Oh. Oh wait.
No, I think it is going to count.
Yeah.
There's no way that's offside.
No, he was miles
I
on.
mean, I want it to be called offside, but it's not offside.
It's going to count. It's going to count. It's being reviewed. The inside pass to Kevin Gameiro.
Aye.
Jordi Alba was in line with him. There was no offside, and Gameiro with the finish in front of Marc-Andre ter Stegen, right across to Stegen. There's the pass, no offside. It's being reviewed, but
it's definitely
it's definitely onside.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
going to be
illegal.
Barca 2, Valencia 1.
What is
Unless
the
something
hold-up?
very
What's-
strange happens.
Yeah, what is the hold up right now?
I don't know what the hold up is.
Saladas is like, come on. He's probably so stressed.
I don't know what's taking so
I-
long.
So the players are a bit confused at the moment. The referee is
It's very simple.
is being talked to in a
Unless there's another
Maybe the
alternative
guy,
factor.
maybe the guy
that-
in the VAR room has fell asleep. I had to wake him up.
well, it looks like it because I mean it's fairly clear that it's onside.
But they only showed us that angle. Maybe
Yeah, I was
with
thinking
another
the
angle.
same. Maybe with another camera.
I reckon.
I know, but
reckon out of every angle, it's going to be a goal. I mean, I don't want it to be a goal,
course.
but judging by the replay,
Oh, come on.
I don't know what the hold-up is.
Messi's just.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it's a goal.
It was obvious.
It's a goal. The frustration on Lionel Messi's face. Kevin Gameiro with the goal. So it's
Okay.
Barca 2, Valencia 1. We were saying we can't get too overconfident.
Yes. Also, they just told me that the average age right now of our team is 25.
Really?
25, guys.
It's really young.
Just going to take the fans over this once again. The inside pass by Rodrigo, finding Kevin Gameiro inside the box, running in behind Clement Langlais, and with Jordi Alba chasing behind. Gameiro finished in front of Marc-Andre ter Stegen. The ball hit the post first and ended up in the back of the net. And it's Barca 2, Valencia 1, just before the half-hour mark. So now the team need to get revved up again. Let's see if we can
I don't think they'll have problems.
go back to the first 10 minutes mode.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they're passing while the ball is moving around. Movement is fine.
We're in
the
attacking
rhythm
mode
is
right
there.
now. Here's the inside pass by
Yeah,
Alba.
exactly.
Alba's going to pick it up again after the clearance by the Valencia defense.
Oh, I think we have a balloon on the field.
Here's
Is that a
forward
balloon?
pass.
Right next to
Yeah, a red one.
Semedo to recover for Barca. Carlos Perez out on the right-hand side. Here is Perez. Back to Semedo. The pass with Frenkie de Jong. Valencia looking very organised at the moment in their 4-4-2 formation. De Jong is fouled. Is there going to be a yellow card there now? Yep, yellow card for Rodrigo, a player who it seemed at some point during the summer wouldn't be in this squad.
Yeah, it
Even
looked like
had his medical test and everything at Atletico Madrid, and then he came back because apparently they couldn't finish the negotiations and the deal. I don't think I've ever witnessed that happen before, where a player goes to another team, has a medical test, and then decides to come back and
Yeah, there was one
rejoins.
player.
He even said goodbye to his teammates and everything.
Yeah, there's one player I can remember in England, that was John Obi Mikel. He actually went to Manchester United, he left Europe and he went to Old Trafford and
So
he
weird.
went for a medical test, everything, and the clubs had agreed terms and everything,
Yeah.
and then he had a change of mindset,
U-turn.
and then
Yeah,
he
no,
went
no.
to Stamford Bridge, and then he signed for Chelsea, and then the rest is
The rest is
history.
history.
Awkward
Oh, wait a
thing.
minute. Here's an
Oh.
inside pass by Frenkie de Jong. Oh, Carlos Perez wants a handball. Will that be reviewed? Carlos Perez is insisting. And if it was handball, it was inside the box. Camp Nou fans are complaining. Valencia looking to come out in transition. We'll see if players interrupted or not. And now it's Ansu Fati making a run forward. Ansu over to the right for Carlos Perez. Here is Carlos Perez in between two. Perez making a run
Whoa.
forward. Oh, he's inside the box. He goes down. Nothing
Come
called.
on.
He was trying to go past three defenders there. Now Piqué intercepts to win the ball back for Barca.
All Valencia want to do is find that counterattack.
Yeah, no,
They
no.
don't really have their game plan is the counterattack.
Yeah, I think they now have abandoned the chance of having the ball. I mean, they know it's not theirs, so they're just gonna wait and counterattack whenever they can.
Here is Carlos Perez on the right-hand side again.
It was interesting touching on Rodrigo, Sarah. You mentioned about him before. I think in terms
Sorry,
of
Sam, I have to interrupt the inside pass by Carlos Perez. Here is Artur looking for an opening. Artur has Semedo on the right. Here is Semedo, the first touch. Cross there. Headed away by the Valencia defense. Barça win it back close to Valencia's box. Here is Carlos Perez. Back to Jordi Alba. Will he shoot? Here is Alba running forward. He's got Ansu to his left. There goes the ball. Ansu Fati back to Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann, Busquets in a fairly central position. Inside pass looking for Frenkie de Jong inside the box. The Valencia defense wins it back, but Barça have it again.
Good
Look
pressure. At this pressure.
we like the counter
It reminds me of Pep Guardiola days.
Here is Ansu again. Here is Ansu again. Can he shoot? Ansu. Ansu. The shot by Ansu. Oh, it's gone wide.
That is the third time, guys, it's going in. That's the second time, third time's the charm.
Wow.
Wow.
He was really close again. It's like the other one.
Oh, wait a minute. Now this is going to be reviewed.
Handball.
Which happened like
handball,
5 minutes ago. No, I don't think it's a handball.
Let's see.
No, it hits the shoulder of Parejo.
Yeah.
This happened 5 minutes ago. Carlos Perez was trying to make an inside pass. It hit the shoulder of Parejo. And then Carlos Perez went down. I don't think there's enough contact there, shoulder on shoulder. And finally, it all ended in an Ansu Fati opportunity, which barely missed the target.
It was a whisker away.
Inches away. Wait, what is happening? Okay, game.
No, the two situations were being reviewed, but none of them can be given as penalties. So,
can we talk about that pressure we had for those 4 or 5 minutes in the Valencia?
Wait a minute, we can talk about it after Ansu Fati makes a run forward, trying to find Antoine Griezmann inside the box. Here is Frenkie de Jong picking the ball up. The cross inside by Jordi Alba. Now Barca moving things up a gear. Busquets. Here is Frenkie de Jong. It goes back to Gerard Piqué. Sarah, I don't know what you wanted to talk about.
The pressure. It just reminded me of the Guardiola days in 2010, 2011. Valencia would get the ball for a split second, and then Barcelona would take it away from them and continue attacking.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful.
Wow.
Everything is clicking today. Everything is in sync with one.
It is.
Except for that Valencia goal, which is a bit annoying at the moment. But it's their only chance.
Well, yeah.
It's like as though we're suffocating Valencia back into their
That's
own
exactly
half,
what the word is, suffocating.
And I think, we need to just continue to do that throughout the remainder of the first half, and second half. And by doing that, it'll be interesting to see whether we can get some more goals.
We've got a view of Jimmy Butler and Pau Gasol.
Yeah. Pau Gasol,
watching the game at Camp Nou. So 2 superstars of the NBA in attendance at Camp Nou today. It's a special game against Valencia. 2-1 at the moment with just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half. The goals scored by Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong. And Kevin Gameiro cut the distance for Valencia. So it's 2-1 at the moment. Here is Carlos Perez driving inside. Barça have the ball through Gerard Piqué, who finds Clement Lenglet to his left. Lenglet making a move forward. Ansu on the left. Here he goes. Ansu Fati. Now the ball taken away from him, but it only goes to Jordi Alba, who gets in the middle. Now things shift over to the right with Nelson Semedo. Here is Antoine Griezmann starting from the right-hand side. Perez over to Nelson Semedo. Can he find space for an opening, for a cross? Here is Semedo. He couldn't. Back to Sergio Busquets. All of the Valencia players in the final third practically. Here is Ansu Fati. Artur. He find an inside pass. No, he sends it over with the lob over to Nelson Semedo. On the right, the cross inside. Gabriel Paulista diving in there to intercept. And Jesper Cillessen had to intervene.
Do you know what I'm liking most, Robert, about the game is that Barca are using both wings through Jordi Alba and through Semedo, and they're being able to open up gaps for the likes of Fati and Perez to exploit and to take shots. We've seen that cracking effort by Fati earlier on, which was inches away, and I think the width has played a key part in this first half.
No, I agree, and I really like how Griezmann is playing on the right-hand side. I think that's where he excels the most, when he has that freedom to play on the wing, and then moving Carlos Perez more central. But I mean,
We've got a view
Everyone
of
is
the
looking
second
at
goal by Barca, the run by Ansu Fati, and the applause by Lionel Messi
Leo.
from the
His
stands.
kids aren't with him today. Where are the kids, Leo?
Well, I think the kids have fun with Uncle Suarez, who's on the bench today, so maybe they're at home. Oh, wait a minute, Valencia with an opportunity here. Marc-Andre ter Stegen has to come out and save the day to intercept a cross, which Kevin Gameiro had met. Now Rodrigo on the left, the volley is going to go.
What is happening?
What is happening here? What is happening here?
What is happening?
Someone was fouled inside the box. Okay, wait a minute. So a volley by Rodrigo, which kind of went bouncing onto the floor, then looped up into the air. It looked like Gerard Piqué was going to be able to head it away, but then he was fouled, and that's where it all ended. And ter Stegen
We're in
earlier
safe
on,
hands anyway, Rob.
Yeah,
We've got
exactly.
ter Stegen.
We've got ter Stegen, but yeah. I mean,
Was Kevin Gameiro trying to do a bicycle kick over there? Oh, okay, I see.
he'd fouled Sergio Busquets
Yeah, yeah,
previously, so a chance there for Valencia that was ruled out. And now Barca find a way to run forward. Here is
De Jong.
De Jong down the middle. He's got Carlos Perez to his right. Here is De Jong. De Jong. Oh, he ran out of space, but he's still got the ball. Ansu Fati inside the box. Can he shoot? Can he shoot? Oh, he goes down. The referee tells him to get up. Looks like Frankie De Jong hesitated a bit.
Yeah.
And
Griezmann
decide.
was making the run. And
Exactly.
went for
Griezmann was
Carlos
making the
Perez.
run towards
Yeah.
the left. He had Carlos Perez to the right. He couldn't quite decide, and then he
Yeah.
ran out of space, basically ran into Gabriel Paulista. So Barca wasting an opportunity there. Here is Nelson Semedo.
And Ansu Fati, when he had the ball in the box, he was so calm. He didn't want to quickly just release the ball. He thought about what he had to do.
Calmness
Which
and
is incredible for a player that's only
Yeah,
16
exactly.
years old. You can't teach that.
Here is Carlos Perez. Oh, nice little move by Carlos Perez across with his right foot. Oh, looking for Ansu Fati at the far post. A bit too long.
Nice.
But Ansu's got it again. Oh, what a move by Ansu Fati. Looping up the defender.
Guys.
And then he tried to set up Antoine Griezmann.
You guys, I'm telling you, this is Messi's kid.
You have to see this. Ansu Fati in a square meter, just looping the ball over the defender to take it over to his right foot and then trying to set up Antoine Griezmann.
He's literally glowing in confidence.
It's what they call a sombrero here.
Yeah. Nice.
Barca are going to win it back.
Go, Ansu
Now
Fati,
Ansu Fati has
go.
space to run, but there are 4 defenders waiting for him, and the ball is taken away.
Such confidence. Just take that ball and run.
Yeah, it's like you said before that it's like he manages to I don't know, to feel like he's playing in the background of his house and not here in a stadium with thousands of people watching, millions of people watching. It's really difficult to do that because you can always feel the pressure of the fans supporting the other team, and it's like he doesn't care. He's there playing happy and he does magic.
I mean, even the veteran players, they always feel pressure. It's a normal thing to feel pressure.
Of course, I mean,
it
everyone
just doesn't faze him.
Well, here's getting away from Nelson Semedo.
Yeah,
Corner
it's
kick for
interesting.
Valencia.
It's interesting what you both said. You know, he's got so much confidence at such a young age, and it's like, look at him there. We can see on screen now the loop all over Vass's head, and like you said, Julia, playing in his with his mates in the park in
looks
that
like
garden. You know,
it fascinates me, you know, because
like a night with my mates playing football.
Yeah,
that's what it is for him.
Valencia have a corner kick on the left-hand side of their attack. Dani Parejo is going to swing it in, and they are a dangerous team. They've got tall players, Gabriel Paulista, Ezequiel Garay. Nelson Semedo heads it away for another Valencia corner kick. Third corner kick for the away side today. Several Barca players defending. Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, Nelson Semedo, Griezmann. Look at all of them near to the goal line. Clement Langlais as well. The corner inside by Dani Parejo. Ter Stegen had to punch it away. Now Ansu's going to run for it. But Valencia still manage to recover and force another corner kick now on the right-hand side. That was Gonzalo Guedes. Barca.
plenty of corners, haven't they, Valencia?
Yeah, no, it's their 4th corner kick. Messi.
Whenever you see Messi,
I want to react, but I feel like I shouldn't react.
Sarah goes crazy when she sees Messi.
I don't know how you guys can stay calm when you guys see Messi. Like for me, it's just like
I always look at you because it like
my heart just like
brings a smile on your face.
my adrenaline just goes up.
Here comes the corner kick inside. Now from the right-hand side, Gamedo. Oh, Rodrigo gets his head to it.
Nice.
Stegen is going to secure it.
Quick,
And
quick,
now
quick, quick.
we'll see if Barca can run. To Stegen. Out wide to Frenkie de Jong. First touch, brilliant. To Sergio Busquets. And now Barca can build from here. Here is Carlos Perez. He has space to run down the right flank. He moves inside. He's got de Jong to his right. The ball goes to Frenkie. Here he is. He's going to take on Gaia. There is Frenkie to the edge of the box. Great ball to Carlos Perez, who tries to shoot with his left foot. The ball is blocked by a Valencia defender. Barca are going to win it back. Artur took his time there, and the ball was taken away by Kevin Gamedo. 2 minutes and a half until we reach the 45th minute mark. We'll see if there's any added time. Probably a minute after that hesitation during the VAR call for Valencia's goal. Here is Artur Melo, looking for options ahead of him. Here is Carlos Perez now. Perez back to Frenkie de Jong. Barca on the right-hand side at the moment. Perez again.
So involved.
Perez, de Jong. Busquets. There is Clement Langlais now. Ansu Fati stuck to the left hand side. Back to Jordi Alba. Back to Artur. Ansu again. Can he put the cross in? Ansu, oh.
Look
a little
at
bit.
this.
Still inside cross, and Jasper Cillessen manages to keep the ball secure for Valencia. That was a dangerous cross in between defenders and goalkeeper. That's where they say the strikers won it.
And these defenders are top class.
No.
Defenders. We're not talking
These are
about
Champions League defenders.
These are exactly. That's how you should say it. That's how you should label them. Ansu Fati is just walking all over them like it's nothing.
Yeah, experienced pros.
Great pressure again. Oh, Busquets was looking for Ansu Fati, but De Jong got in the way, unfortunately for Barca. But Barca still have the ball. De Jong over to Semedo. First touch to Carlos Perez. Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Football from Frenkie de Jong. It looks so easy.
So easy. I would love to know our possession right now.
We'll have a look right now at half time. Here is
What do we reckon, guys?
It has to be in the high 70s, I imagine.
Yes,
maybe 80.
20s.
Maybe 80.
I'm going to go for 84.
I'm going for 81.
Half time. Okay, you're going for 84, 81, Sarah?
82.
82, okay, I'll go a bit lower, 79. Just under 80. But Barca still have the ball. Ansu on the edge. Can he shoot again?
Oh, he's going for the...
Oh, no, he's going for the little chip to pass it inside to Frenkie de Jong, who was making the run. That wasn't successful, but Barca win it back. Here's Antoine Griezmann from range with his right foot over the crossbar, and that will probably be Barca's final opportunity of the first half.
Wow.
I think he's been watching Ansu Fati all this first half, and he was like now trying to say, hey, I can do that too. I can try something hard now.
Yeah. Okay, so 45th minute, we'll see if there's any added time.
Well, it has to. They spent a lot of time checking.
And we've got the heat map right now on the field. We can see where Ansu Fati has been involved. Basically down the left flank and just on the left-hand side of the edge of the box.
And of course, it's the places where you expect, one of those attacking young players to get. Those are the places where the goals come from. So it's interesting to see that from that side of the pitch, he's at 16, he's delivered.
Can Barca create one final opportunity? There were 2 minutes of added time, by the way. 45 seconds of that have been played. Here is Nelson Semedo. Piqué.
Oh, there we go.
77%. Oh, I was...
Oh, you were the closest.
Here is Ansu Fati once again. Now, he was dispossessed. And the stat we've got on the screen right now is 407 passes for Barca out of 475.
Incredible. It's incredible. That's what we want to see.
Those are good numbers.
And that's why they're playing so well, is because they're making so many accurate passes to one another. Oh.
Now Messi waiting for half time. Obviously in the stands today. Valencia immediately lose the ball, goes out for a throw-in. Can Barca create a chance in 30 seconds? Let's see. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Gerard Piqué in his own half, close to Marc-Andre ter Stegen's box. He's going to drive it forward. 20 seconds remaining now in the first half. Let's see. Come on, Barça. Here is Nelson Semedo. Forward to Carlos Perez. Carlos Perez under pressure. Back to Semedo. Here's an opening for Barça with Busquets. Over to Semedo. 3 seconds remaining. This is going to end here. The referee blows the whistle. It's half-time.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Valencia 1. The goals by Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong. Then Kevin Gameiro managed to reduce the distance for Valencia. The Ansu Fati goal coming off of a Frenkie de Jong assist. The Frenkie de Jong goal coming from an Ansu Fati assist. So, guys, thoughts on this first half? I quite liked what I saw from Barca. Electrifying start, then the game calmed down, obviously. It couldn't keep going at the same rhythm. Anyway, thoughts on this first half?
No, I really liked it as well. I think it was very similar to the game against Real Betis at home. And that's great to see that they can perform so well at the Camp Nou. And I think the fact that they opened up the score in the 2nd minute and then they scored another one in the 7th minute, that just opened up Valencia's defense, and we were able to move quicker and find more spaces in the final third. So I think that was crucial. And of course their pressure. I think that's something that we should really highlight, because we didn't see much of that in Pamplona against Osasuna, and I think that's what cost us. But here it's just the second that they have the ball, we get it back. And that's the key to move forward and to attack. So I love what I'm seeing. Hats off, guys.
Hats off, yeah, I agree 100%. I remember a lot of Real Betis game. I also was thinking about that one, because they were today so much in control. It was like, I don't know, I think to me it was the best match, at least the best first half of the season. They were in control. They were really accurate in everything they do, the passes, the goals, everything. Heads off for Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong, both of them. I think they managed to even shed light, to shed shadow to their teammates, and they were so good, the other players, but Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong, they were outstanding. And when I think it was 2-3 minutes on of the match, I read a comment that said Ansu Fati is living his best life, the best moment of his life, and I agree with that. And I want to add something, which is we are also living the best time, at least of the season, thanks to Ansu Fati. So far, I don't know how it's going to go on this season, but so far, heads off.
Have to agree with what Julie's just said in terms of the best first half of the season, without shadow of a doubt, the Ansu Fati show.
It is. It is the Ansu Fati.
What a show!
I mean, wow,
16 guys.
Incredible. And the second half, I'm excited to see what he can produce. And yeah,
I'm excited to see him link up with Luis Suarez.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if maybe Suarez comes in, maybe Ansu gets taken off. I mean, he's been our best player so far, so I don't see that happening really. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the second half. Obviously, we said we can't get too overconfident with those 2 goals by Ansu and De Jong, and then Valencia did manage to cut the distance on their only chance.
Yes, their only chance, and that's because of our high pressure. That's because they weren't able to take the ball and run and be lethal on their counterattacks. And I also think that we were able to stop Dani Parejo, which is their version of Sergio Busquets. And like I said in the beginning, if we're able to stop him, then their game plan kind of just vanishes. So I think that's one of the main reasons that they only had 1 shot on target, and it was a goal, and they didn't have any other chances.
I agree.
And of course, you know, at half-time, the manager will be in the dressing room now, probably telling his players. It's been a tough week for them, so he'll probably be telling his players to, you know, remain calm, you know, keep the game tight, keep it at 2-1, and try and exploit Barca on the counter-attack and try and get that second and all-important goal. So that's what he will probably be telling his players at half-time, whereas Valverde will be saying, you know, continue with the pressure, you know, the suffocating the Valencia players, winning the ball back, and by doing that, we should be comfortable by the end of 90 minutes.
I agree. We also have Georgina, guys. Hello, Georgina. How did you experience that first half?
Hello. Well, I think I didn't hear what you said, but I think we'll all agree that it's probably the best 45 minutes of the season so far.
Yes.
I mean, they were really good. We were happy about some minutes there in Pamplona, but I think these ones were really, really, really good, especially on the attacking line and the midfield, which was really, really refreshing. I think this would be the word. And yeah, well, we I don't know if can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Loud
Sorry.
and clear.
My mobile phone is beeping. So yeah, I was saying that I think we've got some issues on defense. We need to work on that. But it's crazy that we don't have Messi or Suarez or playing, and we're not even missing them. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes, I agree. Do you think Luis Suarez will come on in the second half?
Well, I don't know if he will or not, but I wouldn't give him minutes because I think it would be maybe forcing him. I would prefer to, I don't know, play Sergio Roberto maybe. No, I wouldn't play Suarez in the second half if we can just reserve him for the game against Borussia Dortmund coming up on Tuesday. I think it would be better.
Yes, I agree. We need our star
we
players
don't really
fit for that match.
at the moment.
Georgina, Barca's goals, Ansu and Frankie de Jong, assists from Ansu and Frankie de Jong. Our man of the match at the moment. Men of the match, sorry. Frankie.
I think Frankie. He's been doing amazing.
And an emoji for those goals. We rated ours. I brought out the beer emoji. Just cheers to them.
They're pure magic. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought out the fire emoji. It had to be the fire emoji, Georgina. You know, fantastic two players. You know, as Robert touched on, a goal and assist for each, and you know, what more can you ask for from two of your youngest players?
Okay, I don't think Georgina can hear us right now. Anyway, Georgina, we'll be hearing from you if there's any other goals at the Camp Nou, or if not, after the game. So we'll call you then.
Okay, Robert. See you at the end of the match, or if there are any goals.
Exactly. We'll let's hope we can talk to you during the second half. That'll mean there'll be a goal. Bye, Georgina.
Bye.
Okay, so anyway, half-time at Camp Nou, 2-1 result. We're going to take a little break and we're going to show a video of what actually happened on this day, the 14th of September, in other seasons. Do you think it's been a successful day, 14th of September?
Let's hope so.
Hope so, yeah. I'll be asking you some questions, so you better be looking at that video when we come back. Okay, so let's see what happened on this day, 14th of September, in other seasons. On this day in 1983, Barca played their Cup Winners' Cup opener in Magdeburg. Diego Maradona led the charge, scoring a hat-trick. This first came after one of his sensational solo runs. In between two. Away from another defender. And past the goalkeeper. That's just not fair, Diego. On the 14th of September of 1985, Barca drew at home against Osasuna. But Schuster made his contribution with this header. He could pass, he could shoot, and he could head it in. An absolute world-class player. 3 touches was all it took for Johan Cruyff's 91-92 team to find the net against Zaragoza. Quick and accurate passing, and maybe not the best of finishes by Vaquero, but hey, it still counted. A bit of pinball in Barca's 2-1 win against Galatasaray on the 14th of September of 1994. Loose ball on the edge of the box, plus a Guillermo Amor shot did equal danger for the opponent, and Galatasaray paid a high price for it. Abelardo's aerial skills were always a threat at the set piece. The centre-back smashed it home off the header to help the team win in Sweden in 1999. Way to go, Pitu! Barca played on the 14th of September 4 consecutive times between 2002 and 2005. In the first game of that run, Patrick Kluivert fed Javier Saviola for the looping finish. Nice little pass there, Patrick.
The following season, Philip Cocu bashed it into the back of the net from distance against Albacete. What a rocket from Cocu! One of the star signings of the 2004-2005 season was Portuguese midfielder Deco. Here he is, scoring in the Champions League opener against Celtic that year. World-class finish from Deco. 365 days later, same competition, same day, same scorer. A shot taking a deflection off a defender and rolling into the net. That came to be known as the Deco style. Two more 14th of September wins for you. This one in 2010 with Barça blasting past Panathinaikos. It's football like this that led the team to the Champions League title that season. And last but not least, a late winner from Alexis Sanchez against Sevilla to give Barça the 3 points. The Chilean forward was the first to get to that loose ball and managed to tuck it away. All in all, the 14th of September equals good goals for Barça.
Okay, so we just saw a video of what happened in other seasons on this day, September 14th, and it was quite the goal, guys. The one that stood out most for me is that Leo Messi goal.
Yeah,
what about you guys?
I mean, you might have recognized the voice on that video.
It was
that was my voice, so I edited the video. I'm going to go back to when I started following football, the 91-92 season.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm lying there. I started in the 93-94 season, but I feel quite linked to that dream team, Johan Cruyff's dream team in the 90s, and that goal with Richard Vichke, Risto Stoichkov and Jose Mari Vaquero involved. It was first touch football, the essence of Johan Cruyff's team.
Of total football, exactly. I wish I started watching football, but I wasn't born then, so you can't blame me. What about you, Sam?
For me, it has to be the Patrick Kluivert.
Oh, the little
dink. But I have to say, I did like the Messi goal and the Cocu one as well.
Oh yeah.
Philip Cocu,
the rocket from
the
Philip
rocket,
Cocu.
yeah.
What about you, Julia?
Okay.
Which goal stood out?
I'm so sorry because I wasn't able to see the video, but there's a reason behind it, which is that right now I was checking out what's a trending topic on Instagram, and of course Ansu Fati's #1 trending topic.
Well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved. 7,000 tweets about him, and yeah, amazing. And actually, I have a few of them here, so I can read them out loud. First, one from MK. What a half by Ansu Fati. The kid did everything. 1 goal, 1 assist, 3 dribbles. He was so close to add another 2 goals, which is what we were saying, Sarah, and showed some great skills too, and follows 16 years old, which is amazing. And some people here also saying that the dribble and the assist was world class and superb. So everyone is saying that Ansu Fati is.
I was actually reading one. Let's see if I can get it up on my phone. Sorry to interrupt, Julia.
No,
I was reading one. Let's see, where have I got it? Oh, I've lost it now. Well, you can keep going then.
No, okay. No, I was going to say that what follows Ansu Fati on trending topics through Twitter, it's Barça Valencia. Everyone's tweeting about it. And then we have Gameiro, De Jong, of course, and other players like Carles Perez, which is here, and I think
I found it. Okay, so it's in Spanish. I'm going to read it in Spanish,
okay,
and then I'll translate it.
Great.
Les veo a Ansu Fati marcando goles con el Barcelona con solo 16 años y siento que a esa edad perdí el tiempo jugando en la PlayStation y el PC. So
yeah.
Basically what this guy is saying is he's seeing Ansu Fati score goals with Barca at the age of 16, and he feels like he wasted his time playing on PlayStation and his computer.
Yeah, of course.
I think most of us did that. We weren't all scoring goals at 16 at Camp Nou.
Yeah, and if you scored a goal playing the PlayStation, you would feel really good, and you would feel like you were the best one of your teams, of your friends. I mean, but then you see Ansu Fati, and
we've got him on our screen right now. The feed, the celebration after that first goal. Guys, have you got any more tweets? Sorry.
No, I have a few comments, and I want to read one. They left it comments. No, and it's one about you, Sarah, but I'm going to leave it for the last one because it's really good. Okay, so first, let me just remind you that you can tell us everything. You can tell us where are you watching us from. You can tell us what are you liking the most so far, which player is doing the best. I don't know, what time is it where you're watching, anything you want. I have, for example, Esmerlin from Nicaragua, Joaquim from the Netherlands, Derli from Indonesia, Jefferson from Venezuela, David from Salamanca, Mexico, and Luis, like Sarah, from LA too. And the same guy, Luis Alvarez, said, llevamos ganando con Sara como barcelonista, which means we're already winning having Sarah as a Barça fan, as a
Thank
Barcelonista.
you. His name was Luis?
Luis Alvarez, do you know?
Shout out to, no, I
Okay,
don't.
no.
Shout out to Luis Alvarez. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so guys, if you have any comments like these, positive comments, please just write them down, and I will try to keep up and do it as much as I can, and we will talk here and comment them afterwards.
You
so
guys, she's a social media queen. Hands down. She's so good at this.
No, I'm not. I try to, but there are many comments and I get lost. And then there was another one from Maria Alvarez, which is a top fan, that said, qué maravilla de chicos, sois increíbles. I don't know if she was referring to us doing this much, or maybe the players. But anyway, thank you, Maria, for your kind words.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly go over the stats that are on FC Barcelona's app, official app. You can download it on your phone. The stats are that Barca have 73.1 possession versus Valencia's 26.9. Barca have had 6 shots, 2 of them on target, 2 goals. Yes. 460 completed passes, and that gives them an average of 93.7% of precision in passing. 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards, 0 offsides, 1 corner kick, and 4 fouls. Okay, the second half has started. Valencia are in possession. Let's see, what do you guys expect from this second half?
Well, I hope for more goals. Even though I said 2-1 for my prediction, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, because now it feels like we have to go like at least 5-1.
Exactly.
Or 4-1.
I mean, if we opened it with 2 goals, we have to add some more. So hopefully more goals. I want to see that same high pressure. And I don't know, I think if they continue playing the way they were in the first half, I wouldn't want Suarez to come on so we can keep him for that Dortmund match.
Oh, wait a minute, because it's a dangerous situation. Clement Langlais chesting the ball away.
chest.
Here is Daniel Vaz with the cross again. Oh, the volley. The volley by Kevin Gameiro, which goes over the goal defended by Marc-Andre ter Stegen. I think Clement Langlais did chest it away there. His arm was stuck to his body, so
Smart.
I don't think it can be called as a handball. And Barca will play from behind. Anyway, Sam, your thoughts on what we should expect in this second half?
I would like to see more of the same, Robert, in terms of possession, in terms of attacking threats. I'd like to see more of Griezmann on the ball. Hopefully we can see a goal from him today. But also, like Sarah said, you know, I think we saved the likes of Suarez for the Champions League game on Tuesday. Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yes.
Tuesday, yeah. And I would like to see a third goal.
I don't know if we're going to be saving him for very long because he is warming up. We've got him on our screens right now, warming up. Luis Suarez. Valencia have possession in these first 2 minutes of the second half.
But yeah, I think it's important that we get a third goal because that third goal gives us a cushion, and we have that. And 2-1, it's always...
Oh no, it's very risky.
It's very risky. It's always Valencia are still in the game at that scoreline. So a third one, and for me, it puts. I hope I'm right. Valencia out of sight.
And obviously, Valencia are in a much better position now than what they were when they went 2-0 down, having had half-time. Celades probably giving the team a talk. And we can see that they've come out trying to, well, at least compete for possession with Barca.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, straight away from the second half, the manager, it looks as though the manager at half-time and his team talk has turned around and said, look, you know, we need to be more on the front foot here. We're giving Barcelona too much possession on the ball, and straight away we can see Valencia down the right-hand side, and a few floated balls in the air up towards Rodrigo, hoping that, you know, the likes of Langlais and Piqué can cause a mistake and and they can capitalise on that. So, yeah, it's interesting. It looks as though Valencia are coming out from the blocks.
Here is Barça in possession now. Artur with that nice little turn. It reminds us so much of Xavi Hernandez. Busquets back to Clement Lenglet. Barça playing in their own half. Here is Gerard Piqué running forward. Piqué over to the right-hand side where Carlos Perez passes it back to Nelson Semedo. Now Barça managing to keep the ball for their first long possession of the second half. Ansu Fati getting involved after the pass by Jordi Alba. Let's just remind the fans of Barca's lineup. No changes so far. So Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Semedo on the right. Piqué, Lenglet and Alba. In midfield, a triangle with Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong and Artur up front. Carlos Perez on the right. Ansu Fati on the left. The two homegrown Masia players and Antoine Griezmann in the middle. Here is Ansu again. Here he goes in front of Daniel Vaz. Ansu inside. Antoine Griezmann trying to make contact with that ball, but it was a heavy pass by Ansu. Barca still have possession though, further behind. Clement Lenglet over to the left for Jordi Alba.
Just seeing there the attendance statistics, 81,607.
Oh, wait a minute, here's Ansu, here is Ansu. Back to Frenkie de Jong, who's going to play it out wide to Carlos Perez. Perez, he has Ansu on the right now. Let's see what he can create. Ansu.
Look at this.
A little shimmy
Incredible.
in front of the defenders. The cross at the far post. Tested down by Daniel Vaz into the hands of Jasper Cillessen.
Okay, guys.
Full of confidence.
Always. I mean, he showed in his first match with Barça against Betis. He's just beaming with confidence. But do you guys know the schedule that's ahead of Barcelona?
Wow.
You know how many games we have to play in how many days?
In the next few weeks. Oh, wait a minute. Here is Carlos Perez forcing a corner kick. He was driving in from the right-hand side. We'll go for the corner kick, and then we can talk about the schedule, which is going to be very heavy.
It's a marathon of games.
I think the next break is after the 6th of October.
Yes.
There are probably like 8 games in between now, or 7?
7.
7.
Yeah. We'll dive deeper into that after this. Hopefully it turns into a goal, we celebrate, and then we can talk about it. That's my plan.
Here we go, the corner kick inside. Who's going to head it? Oh, it's headed away, I think, by Garay. Now Valencia looking for a chance on the break, but Jordi Alba is faster than anyone to recover the ball. Artur has to stretch out to keep the ball, but manages to get away from the defense. Artur. Oh, here's Griezmann on the edge of the box. The shot by Griezmann.
Oh my gosh.
Griezmann with some trouble, and Gerard Piqué scores.
Piqué.
I could not see what was going on there. Jasper Cillessen.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
I was like,
you're all cabled up, Sarah.
I'm all cabled up. Air 5, Sam.
Okay, so I didn't do a good job of doing the commentary there. I did not know what was going on. So, Antoine Griezmann picks up the ball, drives into the middle, shoots with his left foot. Jasper Cillessen
onto the post.
Fumbles it. Oh, it goes onto the post. Okay, and Piqué picks up the rebound. Piqué was not offside when Antoine Griezmann shot the ball. Jasper Cillessen didn't manage to catch that one. The shot went fairly down the middle, so I feel it's a bit of a mistake by Jasper Cillessen.
It is.
And after Cillessen gets the touch, the ball hits the post, and it goes to Gerard Piqué, who was there alert to make it. Barca 3, Valencia 1.
You guys, what did I say? I said let's score the goal, celebrate, and then we can talk about
what are they?
Yeah, but what's
There
happening?
you go. They're checking to see if Piqué was offside. I don't think
No,
it was.
he wasn't.
As was the case with Valencia's goal.
No,
So,
play on.
Yep. Referee says perfecto. Go.
Okay.
So guys, 3-1.
I'm scared to talk because I'm scared another goal's gonna happen.
No, don't be scared. I mean, if it's that way, you can start whenever you want to.
Okay, so how many games do you guys think we have in the next 23 days?
Plenty.
Give me a number.
Seven.
Oh, you 7. Well, they didn't know. They didn't remember, obviously.
Oh.
7 games. So we have 2 Champions League matches, 5 La Liga games. We have a match every 3 days. So it's going to be a very demanding schedule. After this, we face Granada away. Then we come back. Oh, no, Dortmund, and then Granada. And then we come back and face Villarreal, which is always a tough side. Then we go to Getafe and face Getafe. Then we come back and face Inter Milan. And then we have Sevilla. So it's a full-packed schedule. 1 game every 3 days. And it's important that we have a squad that we have a lot of depth in our squad that we can change the players, we can rotate. We don't just stick to our 11 players that are on the pitch. So that's a good sign, but it's definitely a very demanding schedule.
Well, going to what Julia was saying at the beginning, like with Ivan Rakitic not having a start
Exactly.
yet, I feel in this 7-game span, he'll probably get quite a few minutes.
Yeah,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, we talked previously about rotation and players coming in, the likes of Rakitic, Arturo Vidal coming in there in the middle of midfield. And with those amount of games that we've got coming up, I think it's a great option to give the fringe players, if you like, an opportunity to come in and show what they can do, especially the young players as well, Robert. You know,
Yeah,
likes of La Masia. There's plenty of options.
You know, I think that the fact that Rakitic hasn't been yet on the starting 11 just shows how competitive this team is, how competitive our players are. You know, you want to play, you have to fight for it, because in your position there are a few players that can be there, and everyone who wants to play here in Barça, in this team, he has to be ready to give 100% of it.
Okay, Barça are running forward again. Here is Nelson Semedo. He's inside the box. A shot by Semedo hits the post. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Antoine Griezmann picks up the rebound. He's on the right. Griezmann, lovely little bit of skill to pass the ball out to Carlos Perez. Here is Sergio Busquets calming the game down a little bit, only to try and find Jordi Alba on the left. The ball is intercepted by Daniel Vaz. Let's see if Barca can win it back. Yes,
Beautiful.
good pressure by Frenkie de Jong and
look at that.
Jordi Alba.
One-touch passing.
3-1. Early goal by Gerard Piqué in this second half. 10 minutes played now. And we'll have to see when Luis Suarez makes an appearance, because he is warming up.
Is he? I have.
No, he is. He is.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I'm
you were
going to
being
say,
remiked when.
Of course. I missed that precious moment.
I'm going to say 70 minutes.
70? Nah, I think he's coming on the hour mark.
Do you reckon?
Last half an hour.
Do you really would risk him though?
I don't
But
feel
he
it's
wants
a
to
risk if he's
play.
in the squad.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think it's a risk either.
Let's give him half an hour to get his legs moving.
Yeah.
Ready for Dortmund. Let's see. You were talking about this schedule,
Yes.
Sarah, and we're facing some tough teams there. Oh, wait a minute. Here is Nelson Semedo driving away. Oh, Ansu Fati now has space to think. Ansu to his left. Oh, Jordi Alba with the cross. Oh, I almost suffocated there during commentary.
It's like how we're suffocating Valencia.
You cannot mix popcorn with game commentary.
Don't try this at home, guys. It's not recommended.
Yes, no, I'm being told that if I die on set, they're going to show it. So yeah.
Great.
No.
And
lovely.
we're going to be
Lovely
the one
to
who
hear.
is this.
Bit inconvenient, that bit of popcorn that got stuck down my throat as Ansu Fati was making the move forward. Okay, so I was saying.
Yes, continue.
Tough teams in this 7-game stretch that we've got with Dortmund, Inter Milan,
Sevilla.
By the way, Champions League group.
Yeah.
Villarreal as well. They're not the team they were last year.
No. They have quite some players up front, their attack.
They beat Leganés 3-0 today.
Yes, they. And I think, did Atletico Madrid finish their.
Oh, yes. We haven't talked about that.
Oh, because we've had no time with Barca's playing.
Every time you try to say something, there's a goal.
Yeah. But I think they.
2-0.
2-0?
2-0.
Oh, who scored the other goal?
I don't know.
Okay.
We were already.
I was like, a brace
we were
from
already
Odegaard.
live. We were already live.
All I know is that Odegaard scored the first.
Yeah, I think he's
Amazing. He's
trending topic as well. He may have
such a
scored the second as well.
He is trending topic or the card. I saw it.
He's another bright prospect in La Liga.
So things getting tight in La Liga with Atletico picking up their first defeat. Real Madrid only struggling, only just beating Levante today, 3-2. And Levante had a very late chance, which was saved by Thibaut Courtois. And now Barca, at the moment, winning at Camp Nou. Ansu Fati finding Antoine Griezmann inside. Here is Artur. Over to the right-hand side where Carlos Perez picks it up. Here is Perez. Back to Nelson Semedo. Sergio Busquets.
Well,
Barca patiently moving the ball around now to the left where Jordi Alba has it. Alba back to Artur. Artur has Ansu. still can't believe we have a 16-year-old on the field, and he's actually scored, and he scored the other day as well.
And he's so involved as well.
Yeah, exactly, and fearless.
Good PK up front.
Here is Griezmann. Griezmann. Alba. Ansu again. Little bit of skill there in front of Daniel Vaz. Oh, tries to put it through the legs of Vaz. He is full of confidence.
Here we go.
And here we go. Nearly on the hour mark, Sam.
Luis Suarez. You guys,
wait a minute. We're going to have the throw in first, so it could be on the hour mark. I could be very right here.
You want cookies for that, Robert?
I don't want popcorn. I don't. Okay, so here are Barca in possession.
Suarez's biggest fan is at the stadium right now, Messi.
Here is Carlos Perez trying to play it inside.
They can cheer.
All taken away. And Nelson Semedo commits a foul on Guedes. I feel like the substitution may be made right now.
Well, for who, guys? Quick.
Carlos Perez, I think.
Yeah?
I think it is Carlos Perez.
I would go with Perez. Oh no, it's for Ansu Fati.
Ansu Fati. Okay. All right, that's fair. That's
Look
fair.
at everyone standing up.
Standing ovation.
I would stand up, but guys, I'm kind of strapped down, but I would stand up. Can you guys stand up for me?
Yeah,
Because I'm
sure.
gonna,
We can stand.
No,
I'm
we're
gonna try
going
to stand up. There you go, I got
We
it.
can stand. Ansu Fati.
Good job, Ansu Fati.
Wow.
Standing ovation there. The young
Wonderful.
16-year-old who scored for the first time in his career, in his very short professional career at Camp Nou. Standing ovation for him.
Oh, look at the
Goal and an
Arturo
assist.
Vidal. Oh, I love that.
Arturo Vidal.
Can we just say he doesn't even look tired after everything he's done? He was just like smiling, like, I don't know, if he had gone for a walk and then he came back. It's amazing.
I wonder how his parents are feeling, because I remember in that first match against Betis, the dad said that he was crying after he got on the field, and then of course he scored the next match. I just wonder how they're all coping with all of this.
I don't know. I mean, he's had an hour of play today. He's managed to produce a goal, an assist, and 2 more very close opportunities.
Very close. Honestly, inches away.
Here is Carlos Perez now down the right-hand side. Frankie de Jong. Back to Carlos Perez. Nelson Semedo making a run, which wasn't seen by Carlos Perez, but you've got Sergio Busquets, and now Busquets finds Alba on the left. Now Griezmann's moved to the left. Here is Suarez on the edge. The shot by Suarez. It hits the post and it goes in. Oh, Suarez!
Yeah!
Wow! Oh my God! What a way to make an impact there. First touch of the game. First touch of the game was to actually just control the ball and on
Your
the
best
edge.
friend.
Then the shot with his right.
Can you reenact it for us, Robert, with the ball?
Okay,
Don't kill us.
The ball falls to him. One touch, sets it up, and then the shot.
Right, you bought.
And then the shot.
Perfect. You should.
Wonderful stuff from Luis Suarez. From a standstill point.
Yeah, and then he faked it.
Shot
That was the best part.
goes to the near post. A little bit of a curl. Out of the reach for Jasper Cillessen.
Yeah,
Hits the post and
poor
goes in.
Cillessen.
Beautiful goal by Luis Suarez.
Look at that. I think he was trying to impress Messi, guys. He's trying to impress him.
He's trying to impress
Well, look,
everyone.
I'm going to say something right now. When Antoine Griezmann was signed, there were lots of people signing off Luis Suarez, saying that, I don't know, maybe he was a bit too old.
He'll be on the
maybe
bench. Yeah.
He'll be on the bench. He scored in the Gamper tournament.
And all
against Athletic Bilbao before he got injured.
Yeah.
He hit the post, almost scored, and now
He's showing
managed-
the world that.
and he scored in the tour as well against Napoli.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we've got Georgina. So Sarah, do you want to talk to her?
Georgina, hello. How are you?
Hello. I think you will have trouble hearing me because, I mean, the crowd just it's insane tonight. They are screaming and cheering all the time. They even cheered Ansu Fati away. I mean, when he was subbed by Luis Suarez, I mean, whoa.
Yes, everyone stood up. We actually stood up for him. He deserved that standing ovation.
He deserved this ovation, and Luis Suarez just enters the pitch and scores a goal. That's the Fati style.
Exactly. What a way to make an impact. 2
What a way to
touches.
make
His
an
second touch is to score a goal, and an amazing goal as well. It was.
It was an amazing goal from outside the box. And we can put
Oh, wait a minute. Can we have a live goal here? Can we have a live goal? Here is Antoine Griezmann. Oh, it's saved by Cillessen.
Take it.
Here we go, the shot. Oh, another save by Silerson.
It's one-way traffic.
This is beautiful. Guys are
Another save by Silerson, the shot by Artur now. Georgina, the game is going crazy.
I mean, it's going crazy, and well, it's going to be a catch for second. Yeah, I mean, it's going crazy. We're having so many occasions. It's just Antoine Griezmann's goal missing here. I really wish he can score a goal tonight, and I think it's a fantasy. I mean, it's the best way that the team could have been back from the international break.
Wait a minute. Let's just hang on to the phone call because something else could happen here. Here is Antoine Griezmann on the edge of the box. Artur. No, it won't happen right away. So anyway, thank you very much, Georgina. We'll be talking to you later on.
Yep, sure. I'm sure there are more goals calling.
Thank you, Georgina.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, we nearly got a live goal.
Yeah. It was about to happen, and we didn't want to hang up either because we felt that it was going to come again.
Yeah.
No, Barca are going at it. I mean, so just quickly doing this by memory, it was a through ball to Antoine Griezmann, who outpaced the defender, and he tried to chip it over Jasper Silerson, who made a very good save. Then Silerson denied Suarez, I believe, and then Artur from long range.
Exactly.
So 3 consecutive saves by our former goalkeeper Jasper Silerson, who is not having the best of nights.
He is not.
No, I wouldn't want to be
goals.
him today.
Yes.
I would not. And we didn't hear that, but I'm reading here on Twitter that fans were chanting Ansu Fati's name in the Camp Nou when he was substituted. So
Amazing. Oh, wait a minute. Here's Luis Suarez with the shot. Saved by Silerson now.
Silerson is not getting a break. They're just coming at him.
Poor guy. I mean,
great
eventually
to
they have
see.
to go in. It's obvious.
It's great to see Suarez on the score sheet. I mean, I know I said earlier, personally for me, I wouldn't have played him today. I would have saved him for the Dortmund game. However, like Robert did touch on, he needs that match fitness, and you need to you need to come in and have some game time prior to that all important first Champions League group stage game. So I'm happy for him.
Is Valencia on the move now? They have the ball inside Barca's box. Oh, wait a minute. Guedes has got time to think and shoot. Here is Guedes. He ran out of angle. And now Barca win it back.
I love that.
Sweet football to get the ball out of the box. And here we go again. It's Frenkie de Jong. Carlos Perez running forward ahead of him.
I love how
takes his time.
I love how they don't just boot it out and quickly want to move up front. I like how they think, they pass. That's really what defines Barcelona from the rest of the teams.
And of course, one thing that I like today is 4 different goal scorers.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually, I think we all had them because you and Sarah, Robert and Sarah, I think you said
I had de Jong.
You had de Jong. You had Griezmann.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're the only one who had.
Which one didn't we have? Ansu, maybe?
Yeah, you had, right, Sam? You had Ansu?
No, I didn't. I had
Carlos Perez.
Oh, okay, so
we
don't mind what I said.
Never mind.
I had Suarez, who actually scored.
So 50% of us were wrong.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. There may be more goals
There's
to
still
come.
time.
There's still a lot of time.
Valencia are going to make a double substitution. As right now, we can see the
Love
Antoine
this.
Griezmann opportunity. So it's de Jong who plays the forward pass. Suarez lets it go through his legs. And then Antoine Griezmann tries to chip it over Jasper Silerson, who makes the save. Then it's Carlos Perez who picks up the rebound and tests Silerson, who makes another good save down below. And then Artur from long range. So, Cheryshev in for Gonzalo Guedes. That was the first substitution for Valencia.
And Rakitic is actually coming on, guys.
Oh, Rakitic is coming on. Okay. Okay, and wait a minute. I don't want to get the name wrong. Kang In Lee for Ferran Torres. That's the South Korean player, who I've heard is quite talented.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Rakitic is coming on, most likely for Artur.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I could see a bit of fatigue in the face of Artur. There it is. It was right behind you guys. And right behind me as well. There was Ernesto Valverde talking to Ivan Rakitic, who will get just over 20 minutes of action. And I could see Arturo Vidal warming up as well, so maybe he is the third substitute today. Here is Daniel Vaz. Valencia in attacking mode. Now, down the left-hand side, Gameiro. Valencia moving it around, and now Barca defending. Ball goes to Cheryshev. Antoine Griezmann close to Barca's box, trying to get the ball away, and Antoine Griezmann managing to link up with Artur there. But Valencia have possession again. You were saying 4 different goal scorers. Barca were the team coming into this game with the highest number of goal scorers in the league so far, a total of 6, with Carlos Perez, Ansu, who scored today. They had Artur as well, Jordi Alba, Griezmann, and Arturo Vidal. So only one of those players has repeated. Yellow card right now for Kang In Lee for a foul on Carlos Perez. So only one of them has repeated, who's Ansu. So first goal in the league for Piqué, first goal in the league for De Jong, first goal in the league for Suarez. 9 goal scorers in 4 games. That's not bad at all.
No.
Very impressive.
And talking about first goal scorers, De Jong and Langlais scored for the first time for their team during the international break. Langlais scored a header, and we already spoke about De Jong. So
it's been a fairly good week for Frenkie de Jong.
It's been a good week, a good weekend.
Let's hope it continues that way.
Yeah.
Will there be a substitution now? Because Ivan Rakitic is ready to step onto the field. 69th minute. Yes, the substitution is waiting to be made. Who is it? Is it Busquets who's looking over to his left right now? No, I don't think it's Busquets.
No,
I think it may be Frenkie de Jong.
It is Frenkie de Jong.
The applause for Frenkie with the 4-1 result. First goal, Frenkie de Jong.
Many more to come.
Yeah,
Deserved applause.
Well deserved.
We saw that with Ajax and with his national team, he tends to play in the more holding midfielder role. But now he plays with Barca. He has to adjust and play in the attacking right. In the first 2 matches, it was harder for him to adapt, and now in this match, I think he really knew his game.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the game against Betis, he was quite stuck on that left flank.
Left side, yeah.
Not as involved in the creation in midfield. Yeah. Today, he was in more central positions, getting involved, initiating football for Barca, and he made an impact.
He was given more
even
freedom.
With, I mean, the goal obviously stands out, but
even without the goal, he made an impact. Yeah. I think it's perfect if he's just a little bit ahead of Busquets. That's the perfect formula.
And obviously, with a talented player like Artur right next to him,
yeah.
I mean that's a very good midfield for Barca. What you want is to create dangerous possessions.
Exactly.
Because they're very good at finding openings.
Those through balls,
inside. Yeah. We saw with the assist to Ansu in the first goal, it came in from the right-hand side, but he saw the passing lane, connected with Ansu.
Yeah.
Sensational.
That's what we want to see from our midfield, always.
Just under 20 minutes of regulation time remaining. Now Valencia trying to make a push with this 4-1 result. They've made 2 substitutions, so have Barca, with Luis Suarez and Ivan Rakitic coming in for Ansu Fati and Frenkie de Jong, the first 2 goal scorers.
I know we've predominantly touched on the forward line, but I just want to touch on the back line with the defensive partnership of Lenglet and Piqué. I think both of them have formed a formidable partnership over the course of not just this season, but also last season. And, you know, unfortunately, it's kept Umtiti, you know, who's another quality defender on the bench, you know, who can come on in other games. But yeah, those 2 have just been like our cement, if you like, in the back line.
Yeah, because it happens here in Barca in many teams when 2 players get along so well, it's like really difficult to tear them apart.
Yep.
They have.
Interrupt a minute. Yep. Substitution, 3rd and final for both teams. Rodrigo taken off for Valencia, and Maxi Gomez, the new signing, coming on. Artur Melo off, Arturo Vidal in. So now it's more, a midfield more like last season with Sergio Busquets, Ivan Rakitic, and Arturo Vidal.
Giving it more of that physical touch to it with Arturo Vidal.
Yeah, the more physical approach compared to the more attacking kind of.
Like fresh passing that Frenkie de Jong and Artur offer.
And also touching on the defense that you were saying, Sam, actually Samuel Umtiti has suffered an injury.
Yep.
Unfortunately. 2 players that came back with injuries were Samuel Umtiti and Semedo, but Semedo seemed like it was just a scare and he was fine. But Samuel Umtiti is unfortunately out for about 5 to 6 weeks. He's suffered an injury in his right foot, so he will be recovering.
Looks like Ivan Rakitic
back.
hurt at the moment. Having a conversation with the referee. No, he's fine to continue. I don't know what went on there. He was having a little conversation with the referee. He was limping.
He just fell again right now.
Anyway, Sarah, you were saying?
No, I was just saying that hopefully Umtiti will be back soon because we miss him.
No, of course. We haven't seen him so far this season.
Yeah.
A chance for Jean-Claire Todibo to get into the squad, and I was quite impressed with him in the summer tour. Wait a minute, because Barça have a chance now. Here's Carlos Perez, who took just a bit too long. Sergio Busquets with the shot, which goes breezing past the post.
Then that would be the best.
You go crazy.
With the inside of his right foot, long range, it had enough power on it to surprise Jasper Cillessen. It just went out.
I was waiting for that to just nestle in the top corner of the net.
Also,
corner kick for Valencia.
We didn't comment. Maxi Gomez came in for Valencia.
Player that's Vigo player. Now we've got a replay of the Busquets opportunity, maybe a bit wider than I thought.
From our angle at the start, though.
It looked fairly close. Yeah. It looked like it was fairly close.
Oh, they're sticking.
They're sticking, getting a bit, getting onto his defenders there. He wants them to get into the right position for this corner kick, which the team are defending right now. Coming in from the left-hand side of Valencia's attack. Garay gets his head to it, but the ball loops up into the air and Barça managed to clear it away. Antoine Griezmann doing some defending here. Possession, the graphic on our screen says, is 71% for Barça.
Not bad. They've kept it up. They've kept up the possession, moving the ball around. It's honestly almost a complete match from Barça. If they are able to continue like this until the 90th minute, I think it'll be one of their. Compared to the Betis, I would go with this performance.
Yeah, me too.
I'd go with this one because the Betis one, the team struggled at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, there's been a foul on Semedo as the team were trying to shake off the pressure by Maxi Gomez. Oh, it's Cherisev, sorry, who fouled Semedo. Clipping his ankles there, inadvertently, but still a foul. So 15 minutes remaining, 4-1 to Barça. It's looking good. Now, Barça trying to up the pressure a little bit. Valencia have to boot it out.
We need that Antoine Griezmann goal. At least one for Jimmy Butler. At least one.
At least one for Jimmy. It's his 30th birthday. He wanted that. He got the... At the moment, he got the amount of goals right.
Yes.
He said 4-0.
Okay, so guys, are you ready to hear some more comments of our fans?
Go for it, Julia.
Great. So we have Thomas following us from Colombia, Fode from Sierra Leone, Martin from Guatemala, Nelly watching us from Colombia, Iglesia from Ecuador, Exexo from Albania, Tony Bless from Ghana, Rosario from Mozambique, and Larry from Liberia.
We need to get the map back, guys.
Yeah,
These are awesome places.
We need to be able to show where people are watching us from. It's amazing, all around the globe. We want the match. We want the map. Santi, Mauri, we want the map.
We want the map. Bring the map back, guys.
And then there's Sheldon who says good fight and good team structure. And then Palade that is actually saying that Fati will be the highest goal scorer this season. How do you think about that?
Well, I think that's ambitious thinking.
It's really ambitious.
I want to say this, and I already said it when we were on the Betis game when he made his debut. Let's take into account that this guy is 16 years old and he should be playing for the under-19 team with Victor Valdés as coach. He is playing now and he's doing wonderfully, but he's playing now because Lionel Messi's out, Suarez has been out, Ousmane Dembélé is out. All of these players are going to come back from injury. So Ansu Fati will naturally move back into the under-19s. At least that's what I imagine will happen. I mean, he's doing very well, so he's earned his opportunities. Maybe instead of under-19s, he goes into Barça B and gets called up every now and again when the schedule gets too heavy.
Yeah, that looks
so,
possible.
I mean, but he won't be a regular starter this season. He's only 16 years old.
It's crazy how he just jumped from under-19 to the first team. He didn't even go to Barça B.
Oh, exactly.
So you go from under-19 to Barça B, and then you move up to the first team.
Yeah.
Just an instant jump, and he's proving that he deserves to be on the pitch.
True.
Now,
and guys,
on Clément Langlais. Yeah, I can see Julia here. I'm just taking over your job a minute. Ansu Fati.
Yeah, go on.
One
Go
trending topic.
ahead.
Frankie de Jong, number 5 trending topic. So, yeah.
Even on Twitter,
Very
we're
close.
dominating, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we are dominating
And
everyone.
right now we've got a replay of Luis Suarez goal.
Oh. Look at the way Carlos Perez celebrates that one.
It's a
Someone's
bit
down.
worrying that Clement Langlais is needing so much medical attention here. He's down on the ground and he doesn't seem to be. Well, he's in pain. I mean,
Yeah.
clear signs of pain there. It doesn't look good right now. Right now we've got the heat map of Antoine Griezmann, so he's played in a very central position, dropping back into midfield, but very close to the box, and that's where we want to see him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a player that we need to be close to the box because he can score goals at any given moment.
I do think it's interesting, though, that he's moved back into midfield. We can see it on the heat map. He's been involved in creation. Oh, we can see now what's happened to Clement Langlais. He gets trodden on here in his Achilles, on his right leg, I believe. Now he's up, limping.
It's good to see that he's back on his feet.
Hopefully he'll be able to continue.
Looks like he will.
Yeah.
But see, now the question, I don't think that Maxi Gomez should be sent off or anything here, but we have seen players be sent off this season because it's a new rule. If players tread onto someone else's Achilles or the back of their ankle, it's considered a red card. So right now I'm a bit confused as to why that wasn't a red card.
Yeah, that's interesting. Probably there was some other factor that allowed him to
Well,
continue
for
playing.
example, Luka Modric got sent off in the
Exactly,
first game
yeah.
of the season.
And there was so much
because of that.
controversy around it as well.
It's the new rule, so I don't know. I'm a bit confused right now as to why the red card wasn't shown there. I don't think it should be shown because, I mean, well, it was a foul.
Yeah.
Keep going, but the rule is that, so I'll have to check up on that afterwards. Here is Carlos Perez on the right-hand side. Let's see if we can get at least another goal in these final 10 minutes. Arturo Vidal tries to feed it out to Ivan Rakitic.
Yeah, we just need a Griezmann goal now, don't we? To wrap things up.
I want to see a Griezmann celebration.
Or Carlos Perez. I mean, I'd be
Yeah.
happy to see him score
Yeah.
again.
Or
Here's
anyone.
Suarez with a quick turn. Suarez tries to take it in between the legs
Nice
of
turn.
Gabriel, but the ball is booted away for a throw-in for Barça.
Suarez is looking very fit.
Very fresh.
Very fresh, very fit, very hungry.
Carlos Perez with the turn. Here is Rakitic on the right now. He's got Carlos Perez again. Perez forward past Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann hustling for it from the ground, but it's taken away, and now Valencia will manage to have a bit of peace and quiet from the back because Dani Parejo was fouled.
It's interesting because the likes of Parejo hasn't had the opportunity to showcase what he's capable of doing, and that's all down to Barca's midfield and defence. You know, I remember last season.
All good pressure here. Suarez on the turn, inside the box. He sets up. Ivan Rakitic, the rebound. Rakitic again. Oh, he tries to feed it inside to Luis Suarez. Barca still have it. Griezmann. Suarez the shot. That's a goal.
Yes.
Luisito Suarez with the goal.
Manita.
Fifth goal.
Sorry.
5-1. There we go.
Wow.
Luis Suarez with his right foot again, and look how happy Lionel Messi looks.
Man, who had 5-1 as their score prediction? Aviv Levy.
Oh, he did.
He did.
He did.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Very good.
5-1.
You guys also, Julia was saying that last time Salales came to Camp Nou was when he was the assistant coach of Julian Lopetegui.
And it was a 5-1. Really?
5-1, yeah, exactly.
Some bad memories. It's deja vu for this.
He's going to dream about the 5-1 today.
For the rest of his life, 5-1. Camp Nou.
Okay, let me take you through this. Okay, so it's a through ball to Luis Suarez, who turns very quickly. He has Ivan Rakitic to his right. The ball goes to Rakitic. Rakitic shoots. It bounces off of a defender. Rakitic picks it up again, tries to cross it in. I thought he was looking for Luis Suarez, but no, it was Arturo Vidal who went for the header. It went right over Vidal's head. The ball is cleared away only momentarily because it falls to Suarez on the first touch. Quick finish. Second goal for Luis Suarez.
And just so you know, guys, Luis Suarez made it to top 10 trending topics right now. Out of the 10, 6 are about this game, are about
Okay, what are
Barça,
they?
Valencia. Okay, Ansu Fati remains on the first position. 87,000 tweets, which is a lot of distance from the second one, 25,000. Barça Valencia, De Jong, Silesen. Of course, Silesen has to be there. Unfortunately, it's not. Probably it's not for. I don't know, for yeah, for the good reasons. Let's just say it like that. Gameiro, and then top 10, Luis Suarez.
He's going to go up. He's going to go up.
So.
I think he's going to go up.
After this goal.
Anyway,
yeah.
there's been a goal. So what happens when there's a goal?
Georgina, hello.
Hey, hello, hello.
How are you?
A party. I mean,
we are jealous that you're there and witnessing all of these goals.
Whoa. I mean, I'm in the press box, okay, I'm not in the fan.
I can imagine.
The fans and everything, so I have to like remain quiet and pretend I don't want to jump around and keep some professionality.
Of course.
But it's really hard at the moment. I don't know if you saw the celebration with Suarez hugging Griezmann, like with a lot of energy.
Yeah, we love that. We were actually just talking about how fit and sharp Suarez looks.
I mean, besides the goal, it's also a highlight for me to see that, well, Griezmann's back from his injury. He scored just 2 goals, and Griezmann had a 10 in the same play. They didn't score, but they celebrated together. I mean, you can see the vibe between them.
Yes,
really
and we need this confidence Suarez heading into the Champions League match this Tuesday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Georgina, just a quick question to end this phone call. Suarez hat-trick or not? Come on.
Well, yeah, why not? Why not? I mean,
why not? There we go.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyway, we'll talk to you once the game is over. That's going to be in just over 5 minutes. So we'll call you then and have you recap the game from Camp Nou.
I'm going to say yes to the hat trick. Then you have a register copy once the game is over, okay?
Okay, we'll talk to you soon, Georgina.
See you.
Okay. Anyway, Barca are playing it once again up the right-hand side with Nelson Semedo and Carlos Perez. Both have been very involved during the game. Here is Busquets over to Jordi Alba. Griezmann. Barca on the left.
I kind of feel for Salah. His first match and this happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing for us, but I feel for him.
At the moment, Barca's record at Camp Nou, fairly good. 5 goals in both games.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can make it 6.
Extra strong this season at home, so far.
And only conceded 1 goal in both games, so good starts here.
Wait a minute. Here is Antoine Griezmann linking up with Luis Suarez. Griezmann feeds it out to Nelson Semedo on the right. Now Rakitic in the middle. Suarez first touch. Looking for Antoine Griezmann. I think Suarez wants to get Griezmann involved in the scoring. Here is Rakitic. Forward pass looking for Luis Suarez, which didn't make it to its destination.
The defense line is so high up that once they lose the ball, Piqué or Longley are there.
Here is Alba. Vidal.
Yeah, it'd be difficult for Valencia to pick themselves up, especially going into Champions League game on Wednesday.
Yes, it's a tough one for them.
Against Chelsea, right?
Against Chelsea,
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be difficult.
Here is Alba. Vidal. Busquets with a lovely little turn. Here is Luis Suarez. Barca moving forward. Vidal on the left. Can he cross it inside? The cross by Suarez. Oh! Who got there first? I think it was Gabriel. Got a touch and the ball went up in the air for Jasper Silesen to catch. (5-1). 3 minutes of regulation time to go. We'll see how much is added. I don't think there'll be very much time.
No, a minute or 2.
It's 5-1 result.
I like how you're holding the ball, Robert.
I mean,
can I try that?
Bit of freestyle. I'm going to try to.
I don't think I could do that.
I'm going to try to go from.
Okay, I got it.
You got it? Oh, good one. Now from left to right. Now from left to right. Oh!
Oh!
Don't try this at home, guys. It's dangerous.
Okay.
Here is Jasper Silesen. Final minutes of the game. Barca, I feel, are still looking for attacking possession and for another.
They still want another goal.
Yeah. There we go.
That's exactly how they were against Betis. It's when they had when they're 3 goals up, it's as if it was still 0-0.
Yeah.
And I love that mentality.
Now Valencia on the move. They feed the ball over to the left-hand side. Valencia in possession, but Julia, for the last time, where are people watching us from?
Okay, so because I have to change. Okay, so I have.
We have
We have
a globe right behind you.
This is like a map, and I have to find myself. Kathy from Dallas in Texas.
Dallas in Texas.
Yeah, Mateo from Argentina. I don't think it's Mateo, the guy who we know,
Mateo
Leo Messi's
Messi?
son. No, but there's a Mateo watching us from Argentina. I thought it was pretty funny.
Argentina, Dallas. Oh, wait a minute. That was the chance
Yeah,
for
sure.
Valencia, which went over the crossbar. Sorry for interrupting, Julia.
No, it's okay. Jose Rene from Honduras, Dora from El Salvador, and then people from Nepal as well, Binod and Amar. So thank you guys from Nepal. We know you're always there supporting us, and you stick with us all the game. So thank you
Thick and
from
thin.
the bottom of our hearts.
We love it. We love it that we've got people watching from all over the globe.
Dude, it makes us a little bit jealous too, though, because we would love to go everywhere, all over the world, but we just can't because we have to do this match center
Maybe
for
the
you.
warm places more than the cold places.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
We'd love to go anyway. But
We do.
I like the cold weather, actually.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
quite
me
hot
too.
weather.
I prefer cold than hot.
I prefer cold.
You too?
Nah, hot weather for me.
Snuggle up
Two
with
against
your
two.
jacket.
Hot weather with cool nights.
Okay.
Okay, here is Arturo Vidal down the left. Final 20 seconds of regulation time. Vidal. Oh, he has to go down to the ground and actually fouls Kang In Lee there. Final seconds before we get to the 90th minute, and Albert Celades obviously looks
He's
very
not
concerned
happy.
there. It's going to be a second win in La Liga for Barça. Both of them coming at Camp Nou, and obviously the conclusion we have to come to is we need to improve away from home.
Exactly. I was just about to say, this means that we need to show this performance away. It just cannot be just at the Camp Nou where we put on these spectacular performances in front of our own fans. It has to be consistently when we go away and play at the different stadiums. That is key, because La Liga is not just if you win the home game.
No.
Also, you have to win those away matches.
And obviously our next away game is an exciting one, which fans will be able to follow with us.
Yes, for the first time, right?
The first time, Champions League match
We are
center.
making match center history, guys.
Yeah.
So make sure to tune in this Saturday. It's at 9.
Tuesday.
Or this Saturday. This Tuesday. I'm so used to saying this Saturday. This Tuesday at 9 o'clock. but
9
we
o'clock,
start-
9 o'clock local time.
Yes. We start earlier.
8:45. 8:45 on Tuesday.
Tuesday, guys.
Borussia Dortmund against Barca. A quick warm-up and then match centre. Let's hope the team gets the win in the first game in this Champions League. Final minute of the game. Valencia in possession.
And of course, Sarah, touching on good performances away from home, what more of a place than to go to the Welfer Stadion to play at Dortmund, you know. We hopefully put on a spectacular performance there.
Wait a minute, Valencia have it in Barca's box. Here comes the cross by Cheryshev, and they managed to score 5-2.
Really?
So it's going to be a repeat from the
30
Betis game.
seconds.
It is, honestly. What?
Who was it?
And
Maxi Gomez. I
Gomez.
think.
Maxi Gomez, who actually made it to trending topics like a minute ago.
Oh, I
did
see
he?
his name.
No, you see it. It was after he made that fall to Lenglet.
So Valencia had the ball inside Barca's box. Cheryshev from the left, crossed it inside, in between Piqué and Ter Stegen. Maxi
Just
Gomez managed to get there. I was talking about this before. It's where the strikers want the cross, in between the keeper and the defender. Maxi Gomez right in behind Piqué and managed to beat Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. We've hit the 92nd minute mark. This is how the game is going to end. We can hear the anthem, so I imagine the final whistle has been blown. Barca 5, Valencia 2. An important win for Barca's second win in La Liga this season. The goals in the first half scored by Ansu Fati, Frenkie de Jong, then in the second half, Gerard Piqué, and 2 by Luisito Suarez. We'll soon be hearing from the players, but I want to hear from you guys first. Sarah Salapor, your thoughts on the game?
Well, first of all, congratulations, Barcelona. Great game, great performance. And Ansu Fati, incredible, he scored. And then De Jong. I think what I really liked is that in the first half, the first maybe 30 minutes is when we played our best. and then it kind of slowed down. And then the second half, we saw that they picked it right back up, and they had that same momentum going forward. Energy was high. They had the rhythm. Ball movement was perfect. The pressure, it was all just perfect plan for Valverde. And I feel for Salah, this is his first job, his first game as the new man in charge, and it's a 5-2. But hats off to Barcelona, incredible performance, and I hope that we can carry this momentum into the Champions League match we have this Tuesday.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think last weekend, 2 weeks ago, we struggled a little bit against Osasuna, especially during the first half. During the second half, not that much. Today, I think we bounced back. We went back to that Betis feelings, that game against Real Betis here at home as well. That our players, they played really, really well. I think today they were in control. They were everything that we wanted them to be. And special shout out, of course, to the young and Ansu Fati. I think if I recall that the last time Ansu Fati scored, which was the first one against Osasuna, I think it was during the first and the second minute from the second half, which is
it was early minutes.
Yeah,
of the second half.
I remember that we said, "Come on, he's just like 1-2 minutes in the match, and he already scored." And today he did the same thing. In the first minute, he managed to score a goal. Second minute. I think that what he's done is amazing. As Robert said, it's very unlikely that we'll be seeing him during this season very much. But so far, I think that what we've seen of him makes us feel like we're going to have him for a very long time with us, and we have to be really calm and really happy that he's going to be with us.
Just before you intervene, Sam, I just quickly want to say, I do think Ansu Fati will be great. But what I was saying before is that it's natural that when Lionel Messi, Dembele, and now Suarez has come back, when all of them come back from their injuries, well, there are no places in the squad, so naturally Ansu will probably go back into either the under-19s or Barça B. Does this mean he won't have any more opportunities if all of those players are healthy? Of course he will, if he's earning them. So I imagine he will. There are Copa del Rey games, there will be league games where Messi has to rest, or Suarez has to rest, or Antoine Griezmann has to rest. So I imagine he will be getting those opportunities, but let's be patient.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Of
Sam.
course.
Yeah, basically we just need to take this performance into the Champions League game on Tuesday night. I think the girls have already touched on it. Ansu Fati, what a performance, and hopefully Tuesday night we'll see what we've seen today, more goals, and I'm excited for the first match centre Champions League show.
Oh yeah. Sarah, I think we have Georgina on the line.
Hello, Georgina. 5-2. What are your thoughts? Crazy game.
Crazy game. I feel like I've been connected to the match center for like the last hour and a half of the
It's a record.
You were calling me like every minute because there were so many goals. I mean, the thoughts are obviously it was a crazy game, very, very positive game for us. I don't want to say that it's a pity that we got that last-minute goal, but yeah, the 5-1 result was so beautiful. Anyway, you need to focus on these 5 goals that we scored today, and the fact that we scored 10 in the 2 games at Camp Nou this season so far. So it means that the team is starting to get its machine running. And I think we cannot have been back better from the international break.
Yes, I agree. And if you could choose one player, who would your man of the match be? Because there's a lot of players that played excellently today. Who would you choose?
Who did you choose, guys?
Oh, we'll be having the vote in a minute. We'll be having the vote in a minute, Georgina, but let us know which one yours is.
Okay, no. So yeah, I really like Frankie de Jong. But I also like the energy that Elizabeth brought at the end of the game. Of course, he didn't play the whole match, so I'm going to stick with Frankie.
You're sticking with Frankie. Okay.
Yes,
Georgina,
I love him
by the way,
much. I'm so happy he joined the team, really.
Yeah, no. It's been a wonderful performance by Frankie de Jong. We did mention during the show that he played much better today than in his previous performances. But Georgina, I want to ask you: are you close to Aviv? Because I don't know if he remembers this. He said 5-1 in his prediction, and that was that goal coming in the last minute messed up his prediction.
I am not with him, but funny fact about that, Aviv just wrote a message on the Barça Live group that we have where we talk about work, so people at home know that we have a group about that. And he just said like, oh, I got my prediction right. And
bang, no.
That moment, there's the Valencia goal. Poor guy. But no, I'm not around him. I told him if we could, we would call him, but I think he will be really busy now at the end of the month. So
yeah, I imagine he will be quite busy. We're waiting to hear from some of the players. They'll be talking to Marc Blau, our colleague at Barça TV. We're eager to listen to them. I don't know who we'll get. We might get Luis Suarez. We might get Ansu. I don't know who we'll get.
Ansu.
But I want to hear from Frankie de Jong as well. We'll see. Anyway,
there are so many players that played really, really good. I'm as you said, I'm happy with the Luis Suarez performance. He's back on track, and the last goal from him it was like pure 9 goal, you know.
Okay, and Georgina, finally, you're going to Dortmund.
Yes.
We won't be seeing you on the show, but probably we'll try and call you.
Sure, call me anytime you need.
But we won't be. What I was saying is we won't be able to see you on the warm-up show. Champions League right issues. But anyway, have a nice time in Dortmund.
You will do great, and I will be following you from there, of course.
Yeah, of course. Have a nice time in Dortmund, and I've been told it's a wonderful stadium.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It is. I was there last week, and it's insane. I mean, really, really, really beautiful.
All right, thank you very much, Georgina. It's been wonderful to hear from you so often during the game. That means that Barca have scored many times.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me, guys.
All right.
Bye,
See you soon, Georgina.
Bye.
Okay, we had Georgina. I felt like we interrupted something. I think it was what you were saying, Sam, on the game, recapping the performance. Barca, you said needed to turn. You said it before the game. Barca needed to turn possession into goals. That's what happened.
And that's what happened. Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic performance right from the off, right from the beginning. First 2 minutes, bang, goal. First 11 minutes, second goal, and. I want to see more of that, you know, in performances, you know, further down the line, starting with Dortmund in the next game. But yeah, fantastic, and yeah, it happened, Robert. It happened.
It happened. Okay, I'm being told that the first player we'll be hearing from is Clément Lenglet. Not yet, but we will be hearing from him. But Lenglet, once again in the starting lineup, forming that pair with Gerard Piqué. Maybe a bit of a distraction there after in the first goal. The last goal, I feel, well. It came so late that you should be avoiding them, obviously. But yeah, no, Clément Lenglet once again proving that he's a top defender and now needed more than ever with that Samuel Umtiti injury that you were pointing out.
Exactly, yeah. I think his partnership with Piqué is incredible. I mean, Umtiti was the starting player in that position and Lenglet just kind of took over. But also what you're saying that we conceded in the last 15 minutes again. That's the thing with Valencia and Barcelona. We're always conceding first 15 minutes, last 15 minutes, so it's just like a trend. Hopefully we stop that trend, we don't concede at all, because I like it when we keep clean sheets, but we'll see. But I really I'm happy that we got this 5-2 result heading into that match against Borussia Dortmund.
I'd written several items down to analyse the game a little bit. One, I think that the only negative I'd say is we haven't been able to keep a clean sheet yet this season. So that's an issue that the team obviously needs to work on.
Yes.
No, especially after last season that we conceded not so many goals. So it's a bit shocking that this beginning of this season we've conceded in every match. I think they all know that this has been going on and they're trying to work on that. And I don't expect this to be repeating itself during this
I-
season. I don't expect it.
After all, we do have one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
We do.
But
And
we
he
do.
doesn't
if
like
not the
conceding
best.
goals.
We do,
Yes.
absolutely.
But he does not like conceding.
He does not like that.
Taking A-lines does not like conceding goals.
Not okay.
Anyway, but just quickly, you bring up last season. If we go back to last season, at this stage, the team was being criticised for conceding more goals, and then it came to a halt after that famous Betis defeat at Camp Nou, 3-4.
Okay.
Valverde shifted things in the way that the team pressured and everything, put pressure on the opponents. Defensive organisation, and then from then on, the team kept a series of long clean sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
that's what Barca need going into the season. They can't keep conceding goals because it's not a good thing.
No,
I
sorry.
thought you were pointing to me like
No,
that. But yeah, we need to avoid conceding goals because obviously scoring goals is what wins matches, but conceding goals is also a huge factor, and that's what we need to watch out for. And like I said, in Champions League, you do not want to concede goals because the away goal fact, not in this case because it's the group stage, but going into the quarterfinals, semifinals, last 16, conceding goals is never fun, never good.
Okay, I was pointing to myself, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
I was pointing to myself because I was telling the guys that I will introduce the first words of a Barca player we have. We have Clement Lenglet with Marc Brau.
Bueno, ¿cómo ha vuelto el equipo después de este parón? Gran victoria ante un gran equipo como es el Valencia, 5-2, pero más allá del resultado, la sensación es que el equipo se ha sentido muy a gusto en el terreno de juego.
Sí, yo creo que hemos hecho un buen partido con toque, con pases, con calidad. Y bueno, el resultado es para nosotros y estamos contentos.
No sé si era importante para el equipo también poder conseguir hoy una victoria. Con el calendario que tenéis por delante, vuelve la Champions. Después de haber sumado solo 4 puntos en el inicio de Liga, es muy importante este triunfo de hoy.
Sí. Teníamos claro que había que ganar ese partido y bueno, lo hemos hecho bien sobre el campo, lo hemos preparado bien también con el míster y ahora nos toca la Champions y hay que centrarse muy rápido para hacer las cosas bien.
Okay, so those were Clement Lenglet's first 2 answers. There are more to come, but just to quickly recap, what he was saying is that it was a good game, but good passing, good quality, and the team managed to get the result. The second answer, what he said was that obviously the team came out to win the game. They did well. They were well prepared. The game was well prepared, and we saw it in the early goals. And that now it's time for the Champions League. So let's listen to a few more answers from Clement Lenglet.
Los 2 partidos en el Camp Nou, 10 goles, pero son partidos donde habéis sabido superar momentos difíciles. El Betis se puso por delante y hoy el Valencia os ha marcado el 2-1 cuando mejor estabais. Esto también hace crecer al equipo, ¿verdad?
Sí. Bueno, preferimos no encajar goles, pero siempre que encajamos tenemos una respuesta. Es importante y ahora tenemos que trabajar para no encajar y para ser más fuerte.
Ya te hago la última.
Okay, so before the last answer by Clement Lenglet, what he said there is obviously that the team prefers not to concede, but that there's always an answer. The team has managed to come up with an answer when they conceded against Osasuna, especially against Real Betis, and today when the team went, Valencia managed to reduce the distance and score and make it 2-1, then Gerard Piqué made it 3-1 and made it a lot more comfortable for the team. Let's listen to the final answer by Clement Lenglet.
Te hago la última. Clement, más allá del gran triunfo colectivo del equipo, hoy uno de los nombres propios para el barcelonismo es el de Ansu Fati. ¿Por qué ha marcado un gol? ¿Por qué ha dado una asistencia? ¿Cómo lo vivís los compañeros? Que un chaval tan joven sea capaz de hacer esto a este nivel y además de ser protagonista en momentos importantes del partido.
Está bien, estoy muy contento para él, pero tenemos que darle tiempo porque tiene solo 16 años y las cosas pueden cambiar rápido. No lo quiero, pero pueden cambiar rápido. Él tiene la mente muy clara, creo que está muy centrado sobre el trabajo y lo hace bien. A partir de ahora tenemos que cuidarlo y cuando juegue, que juegue como lo ha hecho esta noche.
And the final answer was about Ansu Fati. Clement Lenglet saying that obviously that they're all very happy for him, having scored today. That we have to give him time. That's what we were saying. We have to give him time. We have to be patient. He said things can change. I don't want them to change, obviously, but things can change. He's only 16 years old, but he's very focused, very concentrated on working, and the team obviously are going to support him. So those were the words by Clement Lenglet, guys. Any thoughts on what Lenglet was saying?
I really liked, first of all, how he talked about Ansu Fati, and he said that we're trying to take care of him. We're trying to make him grow and make him show his best potential because he has so much talent. So I like how really all the players are backing up the 16-year-old. It's great to see that, and he's showed that he really deserves to be on the pitch. Messi's injured, and he's showing that he's the man that Valverde can trust. And then also about the attitude about maybe they are conceding, but the attitude of going out there and playing well is exactly what Barca need, especially after the rough beginning to the season with the 2-2 draw against Osasuna and then the first defeat against Athletic Club.
Sam or Julia?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as Sarah pointed out, and as Lenglet was saying, they know that they are conceding many goals right now. But I think that what we need to have and to understand is that they have a goal. They know how they want this season to go, and they know that maybe they haven't got on in the best way possible. They haven't started in the best way possible, but they're ready to turn things around. And I think that's what they're doing right now. Today they bounced back. Today they tried to turn a little bit things around, as I was saying. So I think that's what we need to hold on to. You know, they know that there are things that maybe they aren't being done the best way possible, but they also know that they have to change them, and that they want to change it. They want to change them, and they know how to.
Sam?
Yeah, just on touching on Ansu Fati, I mean, you know, at such a young age, as Lenglet said, the players are basically putting their arm around him and ensuring that he's got 110% support from not just the players but the management team and of course the supporters. And it's about, you know, at such a young age, keeping your feet on the ground, you know, knuckling down and working hard. And you know, I know for a fact that that's what Ansu Fati will continue to do, and I think he's got a really big and bright future here.
Okay, we can listen to another Barca player talking to Marc Brau on Barca TV. It's Nelson Semedo, so let's go and listen to what Barca's right back had to say.
Has estado cerquita de marcar ese gol, pero me imagino que lo más importante es que el equipo, después de este inicio donde solo habéis sumado 4 puntos, ha conseguido una buena victoria.
Claro que sí. Eso ha sido.
Wait a minute, we lost Nelson Semedo there. So let's go back to what we were doing. We were talking about the game, obviously, by Ansu Fati, what Clement Lenglet had said. We're having issues with that interview with Nelson Semedo. Can we listen to it, guys, or not yet? Not yet. Okay. Anyway, what we can do now, without being interrupted, is vote for man of the match. So I want you guys to get your boards out. There's my prediction with that 3-0, which didn't go, well, it went better than 3-0, didn't it? The difference was 3 goals. Okay, so
many players I want to
here we
choose.
go. My man of the match.
Can we go for 2?
No, you have to commit to 1. And I think mine is very predictable.
All of ours are going to be this.
I think it's all going to be the same.
I don't know.
But let me finish off the hashtag.
Oh.
There it is. Ansu Fati, Ansu Power.
I like the
Scoring a goal at 16 years of age at Camp Nou in your first ever start for Football Club Barcelona earns you man of the match. There it is.
In 2 minutes in, you know.
2 minutes into the game, exactly. Sarah.
Okay, just to be different, because Ansu Fati was amazing, but I'm going to go with De Jong because he really showed that he can play in any position in midfield. So I'm going to go with De Jong.
Sam.
It's got to be the same as Sarah. Frankie de Jong, I thought he was instrumental and pivotal in the middle of midfield today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do on Tuesday night.
Finally, Julia.
We have a draw here because I'm going for Ansu Fati.
Oh.
Yeah, his confidence, the way he plays, the way he manages to go into the forward line without. Like it seems like he doesn't have a care in the world. Like he only sees the ball, he's only aiming for goal. I admire that, and Ansu Fati, game of the match.
Man of the match. Georgina had Frankie de Jong, so man of the match for this match centre today is Frankie de Jong with 3 votes, beating Ansu Fati, who got 2 votes. Okay, guys, can we listen to Nelson Semedo now? Can I confirm that? Yes, we can. Okay, let's go and listen to Nelson Semedo.
Has estado cerquita de marcar ese gol, pero me imagino que lo más importante es que el equipo, después de este inicio donde solo habéis sumado 4 puntos, ha conseguido una buena victoria.
Claro que sí, eso ha sido lo más importante. Hicimos un gran partido, creo que hicimos un gran partido. Ha sido una noche muy bonita para nosotros, para Ansu Fati. para Frenkie, que hizo su gol también. Y bueno, hay que hablar de la victoria, claro, pero bueno, dejar aquí una enhorabuena a esos jugadores que nos están ayudando mucho.
Okay, so that was Nelson Semedo's first answer. He said obviously it was a great game, that the teammates are very happy for Ansu Fati, but it was a win that the team needed after the rough start maybe in La Liga. Just one win, one draw and one defeat. Those are numbers that Barca aren't used to. I think we have more answers by Nelson Semedo.
Le hacía falta al equipo esta victoria, lo digo en el sentido de después de esta pretemporada un poco extraña, con muchas bajas el equipo, ganáis el primer partido aquí contra el Betis, en Pamplona se os escapa por poco y justo antes de empezar la Champions el equipo envía un mensaje seguramente a todos los equipos de la Liga, ¿no? Este es el nivel del Barça.
Bueno, sí, tenemos que dar una buena respuesta hoy, porque bueno, veníamos de un empate y bueno, queríamos ganar hoy aquí en Camp Nou. Y además empieza la Champions y queremos hacer un buen partido y ir ganando confianza para el próximo partido.
That was Nelson Semedo's second answer with Marbrau from Barça TV, our colleague interviewing the players. He said that obviously it was a good response after the draw in Pamplona, and now the focus is the Champions League for the team. We're excited about it. The players are excited about it too. Let's go and listen to the final answers of Nelson Semedo with Marbrau.
Fati, de Jong, pero centrándonos en Ansu, es verdad que hay que tener paciencia, que es muy joven, pero como compañero, ¿qué supone tener un chaval tan joven que la primera pelota que toca va para adentro, que luego da una asistencia? ¿Cómo lo vivís vosotros como compañeros de Ansu?
Bueno, lo vivimos muy contentos por él, porque es un gran chico, un buen chico, y bueno, ojalá tenga muchas más oportunidades para marcar goles y asistencias, porque bueno, sigue trabajando muy bien y yo creo que va a triunfar mucho aquí.
Ya te hago la última, Nelson. Él ha marcado hoy su primer gol en el Camp Nou. Tú marcaste en Girona, se te resiste ese gol en el Camp Nou y has estado cerquita, ¿eh? Qué pena esa jugada al palo.
Bueno, sí, estuve casi, la verdad es que sí, estuve casi. Bueno, pero voy a seguir buscando. Pero como has dicho, lo más importante ha sido la victoria y bueno, eso es lo importante.
Okay, those were the final answers of Nelson Semedo. We're obviously talking about Ansu Fati, that the team are very happy for him. He was very happy. He's a great lad, he said. Hopefully he'll be able to get more goals, more assists, contribute more to the team, and that he's doing a job. He's working well. That's what all the players are saying. They're praising Ansu Fati with his work, that he's being focused. The final answer. Marbrau was asking him about that chance he had. Nelson Semedo hit the post. He was very close to scoring. He scored last season against Girona, his first goal. And today he was very close to scoring against Valencia. Nelson Semedo said, yes, very close, but the important thing is the win.
Yes, I agree. The important thing is the win. But so many questions about Ansu Fati. It seems like in every question, his name pops up. But he deserves it. I mean, he deserves all the praise, and it's crazy that both Langlais and Semedo are both highlighting that he works so hard and that he's always giving his best in training, in the training sessions, and I think that just goes to show how he performs at the biggest stage at Camp Nou against a team like Valencia.
Ansu Fati, he's our man of the match. I mean, he was very impressive today. Guys, can we look at the stats of the game? I think we had them ready. Barca dominated, obviously, both in possession, passes, in shots on target. Here we go. We've got the stats for you. They're going to come up right on our screens. Okay, so it's 5 goals for Barca, 2 for Valencia, 67% possession for Barca, 33% for Valencia. So in the end, at one point, Barca had 82% possession. So it did come down naturally in the end. Valencia in the second half, I think, were a bit more in the game. They were quite absent during the first half. So shots for Barca, 17. 10 of them on target, most of them coming in the second half. Yes, Basilisson having to make lots of saves. Valencia had 9 shots and 3 on target. 2 of them were goals, by the way. Corner kicks, 2 for Barca, 5 for Valencia. Just 1 offside in the game. Valencia. Look at the passes. 768
almost 800 passes
for Barca, 412 for Valencia. 91% passing accuracy versus Valencia's 85%. Just 1 yellow card for Barca, 4 for Valencia. So, what do these stats say to you guys?
I think that
Barca dominated.
We dominated right from the off.
Even the possession went down a little bit. 768 passes.
Incredible.
I mean, what can you do about that? And as you said, Robert, 5 corner kicks, and I think, well, maybe a goal came from there, or I don't remember. No, both of them were placed.
No, they didn't come from corner kicks.
Yeah, you're right.
But Barça did manage to defend those situations well against the team.
They did. Well, the thing is that they didn't have much opportunities, Valencia, but the ones who had, they just searched them a little bit more. I think that what the stats show is that we had control of the game, and I think this is going to be what we have to get used to these stats.
We want to see more of these stats.
We want to see more of these, especially we've seen the team struggle to create opportunities, especially away from home. 17 shots, 10 of them on target. Those are the numbers we want to see.
Yeah, they're converting their possession and they're creating shots out of it. They're being effective with their possession, and that's really the most important thing. And to have 768 passes and having 91% accuracy, that's the numbers that define Barça, and that's what they need to do moving forward into the season, because without their passing, they won't be able to create those chances and score goals. So that's really the key.
Anyway, I had more talking points written down here. We talked about him a fair amount, but we can do it through Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Ansu Fati.
I have a few more comments. Lawrence, for example, was talking about Frenkie and about Ansu Fati. He said, "I'm so excited by Frenkie debut goal. He still got great things to give the club. For Fati, absolutely talented. He just needs time," which is what we've been saying during this game. And then there was another one pretty funny. Nikan, I'm 16, and when I see Ansu, I always ask myself, what am I doing with my life?
I was going to ask you guys, what were we doing when we were 16?
Yeah, no, who knows? But I think that many kids of this age are probably thinking the same right now. I mean, that guy is my age, and he's playing with Barca's first team.
Amazing. No, that's kind of related to the tweet we were referring to in the first half. The guy saying, I see Ansu Fati scoring goals at 16 at Camp Nou. When I was 16, I feel like I wasted too much time playing PlayStation.
Absolutely. And I have here the comments that we said a few minutes ago. Today, Ansu Fati 2 goals. Ansu Fati, he's going for the hat-trick. Today, Ansu Fati will be the highest goal scorer of this season. I think that some of these comments are very ambitious, but I think that this is what Ansu Fati reflects on. I mean, what everyone sees from Ansu Fati is this: his confidence leads you to think that he can be the top scorer of this season, even if it's super ambitious.
The word I have written down here is fearless.
Yeah, I agree.
He was fearless today.
He really was.
He was.
He would take the ball, dribble. When he's going against, like I said, these are elite defenders. He just passed by Garay like it was nothing. He wasn't scared at all. He wouldn't shy away from the ball. He was asking for it constantly. He was making those runs. I mean, to be 16 and to already have that mentality playing with Barcelona's first team, I mean, I don't think you can really teach that.
No. That has to
in
be
you,
innate.
and that's it. You can't.
That has to be innate. Anyway, related to Ansu, there's another topic that I feel was fairly important in today's game, which was early goals.
Yeah.
In the first half, with Ansu and De Jong scoring within the first 10 minutes, and then in the second half, when things were 2-1, Gerard Piqué scored in the 51st minute, so 6 minutes played in the second half. Early goals, which just, Valencia's confidence took a hit there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, when you score early goals, that automatically makes the players want to, I mean, it opens up spaces in the defense, meaning that they'll try to attack more, and then it gives the width more chances to move forward and have more spaces, and obviously that leads to more chances and goals. So always scoring first is what you want from the beginning, because that'll give you more chances moving forward. I hope we can do that against Borussia Dortmund this Tuesday, because I think the key is the early goals and not conceding.
Yeah, I had to touch on what Sarah's just said. I mean, early goals, it gives you confidence throughout the game. So early on, get the first goal and you just basically breathe confidence. And
yeah, exactly.
It runs not only from the goalkeeper through to the defence, through to the midfield, through to the strikers. So hopefully an early goal against Dortmund, and we'll be able to
breathe a little bit.
By the way, we've mentioned this before, but just in case someone's tuned in, we will be with you in the game against Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday. We couldn't do Champions League last year, but we are able to do Champions League this season. So Match Center will be coming to you from 8:45 local time here in Barcelona on Tuesday. Borussia Dortmund against Barça. It's the Champions League debut, and we're very, 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 very excited about it, Sarah.
Very excited. I mean, Messi even said in his interview that, like I said in the beginning, he's very motivated. The squad is motivated. And the Champions League is a title that we want. We really want it. Last time we won it was in 2015. So we are craving for this Champions League title. And I hope that we can start it with a banging win in Germany.
By the way, playing against Dortmund, let me just get my facts here correct. Quick talk on Dortmund before we listen to Ernesto Valverde, who's talking to Marblau right now. Borussia Dortmund won today, 4-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. So this is a team that has proven that they can score goals. Let me just read out these results. In the Super Cup, they beat Bayern Munich 2-0. Then they beat Augsburg 5-1. They beat FC Köln 3-1. Then they lost to Union Berlin 3-1, and today they beat Bayer Leverkusen 4-0. Who's their top scorer? We know him well.
Paco Alcácer.
Paco Alcácer with 7 goals in those 5 games. No, 5 games, sorry. 7 goals in 5 games. They came into this weekend 5th in the Bundesliga with 6 points. Now they have 9. So Borussia are a team to be taken, well, they need to be recognised. We need to take them into account in this group. Paco Alcácer is their top scorer. They have dangerous players such as Marco Reus. They have Jadon Sancho as well. Mats Hummels has returned. So they are a team which will be very dangerous, especially at their stadium. I'm being told that we can listen to Ernesto Valverde right now. So let's see what he had to say after this 5-2 win against Valencia.
Quina sensació et deixa aquest partit? Tu deies, era un partit difícil davant d'un València que, tot i que ha viscut una setmana complicada, és un gran equip i la sensació és que heu fet un gran partit.
Sí, bueno, yo creo que el equipo ha estado un poco en la línea del partido anterior en casa contra el Betis. Yo creo que hemos salido muy predeterminados hacia el partido, hacia el juego. Y hemos llegado arriba con claridad. La verdad es que se nos ha puesto el partido rápidamente de cara, pero aún así no era sencillo porque ellos tienen un gran contraataque y grandes jugadores delante. Y bueno, poco a poco hemos ido dominándoles todavía más i de ahí un poco el resultado.
Recordo que a Pamplona em vas dir que una assignatura pendent era el tema de que el rival no us marqués primer, que havíeu encaixat gol als 3 primers partits de Lliga per part del rival. Era important també per l'equip tenir un inici de partit com el d'avui? Era una instrucció que havies donat als teus jugadors?
Bueno, ellos siempre pensamos que el que da primero siempre tiene ventaja, porque marca sobre todo el ritmo del partido. Y entonces esa siempre es una de nuestras obsesiones, por lo menos una de las mías, salir siempre para que el partido se te ponga de cara. Al final siempre con la propia inercia el contrario siempre acusa los golpes y en vez de acusarlos nosotros es mejor que lo acusen ellos. La verdad es que hemos tenido un comienzo fulgurante, han sido 2 goles en apenas 6-7 minutos, se nos ha puesto el partido bien, luego lo dominábamos bien, pero ya te digo que aún así, ellos a la contra son un equipo peligrosísimo y hasta que no hemos hecho el tercero y luego el cuarto ya todo ha estado más controlado.
Recordo que en una roda de premsa vas dir que a Frenkie de Jong li demanaves que mirés una mica més la porteria contrària. Doncs t'ha fet cas, un gol amb Holanda i un gol avui.
Sí, es que él es un jugador que tiene muchísimo movimiento, muchísima llegada. Yo creo que a veces le falta un poco de decisión para el disparo, pero bueno, con las cualidades que tiene, es que vamos, te puede sacar el juego, te puede romper líneas conduciendo, te llega arriba. En ese sentido, yo creo que todavía él puede hacer goles y puede hacer muchas cosas, ¿no? Ya las está haciendo, yo creo que todavía es joven y tiene una gran carrera por delante.
I l'última pregunta és per un dels grans noms propis del partit, Ansu Fati. Ja t'he preguntat per ell en tots els partits que ha jugat fins ara, per això el més difícil ara és la gestió amb un jugador com ell tan jove i amb tot el que està generant també en l'entorn i també segurament amb tot el que s'està parlant en els rivals. És a dir, la gestió de com el rendiment d'Ansu Fati pot seguir sent així de bo?
Bueno, eso es una parte, desde luego. Sabemos lo que supone jugar en el Barça para cualquiera y para una persona madura o con cierta edad es complicado asumirlo. Con un chaval de 16 años, pues bueno, todavía tiene que formarse. pero él es le veo un jugador muy centrado, un chaval muy centrado y bueno, es una cuestión de mantener la cabeza fría porque todo esto, pues ya sabemos, es una bola enorme que a veces no sabes para dónde va a ir, pero bueno, yo le veo bien y luego está la otra parte que es la de conocer la categoría, la de conocer su cuerpo. Hoy ya estaba con una sobrecarga en el descanso, un poco también, pues bueno, por fruto del juego, fruto del ritmo, fruto del estrés también que le supone a él la situación y eso también lo tenemos que tener en cuenta porque todavía, pues bueno, es muy joven, lo tenemos en cuenta en los entrenamientos, también en los partidos.
Ernesto, moltes gràcies i enhorabona per la victòria.
Muy bien, gracias.
La valoració d'Ernesto Valverde, del partit del Barça, del partit de Jong, i m'ha agradat molt aquesta resposta que ha fet sobre la gestió dels propers dies d'Ansu Fati, però també deixant ben clar que tot i ser un jugador molt jove, com bé explicava el Salva a la prèvia, demostrant que en aquest cas l'edat pot servir pel tema de madurar, de conèixer el cos, però no tant de cara al rendiment a la gespa. És un crac i de moment ho està demostrant. Ara bé, cal seguir tenint paciència.
Well, thank you very much to Marbrau. That was the final interview we'll be listening to. We listened to Semedo, to Langley and to Ernesto Valverde. Very good job there from our colleague at Barça TV, Marbrau. Topics that Ernesto Valverde touched on. It was a similar game to the one against Betis. A lot of clarity up front. That Barca needed to be wary of Valencia's counter-attack, but the team dominated and that's how the win came. He said that whoever scores first has the advantage, obviously, and that those 2 goals in 7 minutes gave Barca a clear advantage in the game, though Valencia did manage to cut the distance. And it wasn't until the 3rd goal that the team was finally able to be calm, and then the 4th goal came, and then the 5th. He talked about De Jong as well. He says he's a player who's got lots of movement. He moves well. He can do many things. He can pass. He can arrive inside the box like he did today and score. He wants De Jong to look at the opponent's goal more and to be able to score more goals. And finally, he talked about Ansu Fati. Everyone's been talking about him, so Valverde had to talk about him as well. He said that the coaching staff know what they can do, that it's very complicated for mature players to play for Barca. So for young players, it's even more complicated. He needs to learn to know his body a little bit more. He said that at half-time, Ansu was struggling a little bit with fatigue, so that's why he was taken off in the second half, but it's a promising future and that he's very focused. Everyone says that he's very focused. I want your last thoughts before we leave the show. So Sarah, Julia, Sam, last thoughts.
Well, I like how he touched on De Jong. He's a player, like you said, that is able to break through the defensive lines, and he's so smart when it comes to decision making. And I think that Barca need to get the most out of him because he'll help us so much with the games.
Julia, very quick.
Yeah, we've spoken about De Jong, about Ansu Fati. Luis Suarez also made his comeback today. He scored, and I'm seeing now on Twitter that he dedicated his goal to Luis Enrique.
Go to the camera.
Yeah, to Luis Enrique's daughter, Chana. This is the picture of the moment he dedicated that goal. I think it's a really nice gesture, coming today into the field, scoring, and then thinking about Luis Enrique and this difficult time that he and his family are going through. So
wonderful celebration there by Luis Suarez in one of his goals. Sam, we don't have any more time. I'm being told that we need to leave.
No problem.
Anyway, so thank you very much, Sarah, Julia, Sam, for being on the show. And it's been a wonderful game, wonderful win for Barca, 5-2 against Real Betis. The goals by Ansu Fati at the age of 16, De Jong, Gerard Piqué, and then Luis Suarez scored twice in the second half. On Tuesday, we're back with you. Champions League debut against Borussia Dortmund. For now, this is all, and we'll see you on Tuesday.